to bring justice to the world and to turn darkness into light. Programmed to fight, to kill, and to destroy. Death shadowed every corner of the city. And now we have returned. This time, we're here to make up for our own mistake, to bring justice to the world, and to turn darkness into light. Programmed to fight, to kill, and to destroy. Death shadowed every corner of the city. And now we have returned. This time, we're here to make up for our own mistake, to bring justice to the world, and to turn darkness into light. Programmed to fight, to kill, and to destroy. Death shadowed every corner of the city. And now we have returned. This time, we're here to make up for our own mistake, to bring justice to the world, and to turn darkness into light. Programmed to fight, to kill, and to destroy. Death shadowed every corner of the city. And now we have returned. This time, we're here to make up for our own mistake, to bring justice to the world, and to turn darkness into light.
And welcome everybody to the Free Fire Asia Invitationals Malaysia Qualifiers.
Wow.
Good morning, everyone.
Morning, good day. It's the Merdeka weekend still, so I can still kind of wave this flag.
Oh, yeah. What just happened right there?
Let's-
Okay, there we go. I got myself the flag right now.
No, this is my flag. Okay. Yeah. So, as it is, since it is the Merdeka weekend, we're going to be a little bit more patriotic. You know what? Let's go with the Malaysia qualifiers. Of course, my name is Matthew. His name is Contra. It's good to be back. It's been a while since I talked to you.
It's definitely been a while, and there's so many great games that you missed out yesterday, but today there's going to be a whole lot more.
Catch me up, man. Catch me up. What are we talking about today?
And we're talking about the Malaysian qualifiers. Whoever wins today, there's only one slot for the Malaysian qualifiers to head into. It's the Asia Invitational rounds, which will be happening in Jakarta, by the way, over next week.
So basically, the Asia Invitationals will have all the top teams across, well, Asia, and there will be a $50,000 US prize pool. It's quite a lot of money.
Yeah, definitely is a whole lot of money for all these players to take it all the way. And not only that, some of all these teams that will be playing in the Invitationals will be directly seeded in towards the Free Fire World Cup, which will happen in Brazil.
Yeah, that's going to be a big, big opportunity. So if you are a Free Fire player, you want to be in this position, right? Now, we have 6 teams today. Only one will be able to qualify into the playoffs next week in Jakarta. So any sort of predictions? What do you think about this?
Well, in terms of prediction, remember the last time we cast in the World Cup, right? There's a whole lot of great talent all over the sea.
Yeah.
And now let's have a look into the team list for the Malaysian qualifiers.
I just saw it. Or it doesn't happen.
Oh yeah, we really have to have a look at that. And OMR actually played really well yesterday in Group Echo. That's where OMR guys managed to qualify towards the finals of the Malaysian qualifiers.
Yep. So many competitions, so many plays, but I just want to see how things go on today. Because, you know what, it's been a while since I've seen some Free Fire action. Want to see how these teams, they play out. Obviously, a lot of change since the previous Free Fire World Cup. Let's see whether the play style of these players will change as well.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of different sort of strategies being utilized by a lot of different teams. Of course, we've seen some of the Malaysians play previously. Last year, Pink Lady was the one representing the Free Fire World Cup for Malaysia, and Evos was the one to take it all the way back home to Indonesia. But can we contend with our Indonesian neighbors right here? Because I know Evos is a really huge organization.
Yeah, of course, but you sort of have to run on this mindset. When Free Fire, when Pink Lady was representing Malaysia, Free Fire was huge in Malaysia, but now there's more time has passed, right? So
a lot of new teams are here.
They sort of understand the game a little bit better. It's always like that, right? When a new game pops up, teams, all right, you know what, they understand it a little bit, but then they just don't know it so well compared to the other regions because they play it so much more. But compared to that, hey, now you have extra few more months to learn the game. Now it's going to be much better. But I think it's about to go into game.
Yes, let's get down and dirty for the very first match of the Free Fire Asia Invitationals Malaysia Qualifier, as we will take flight all the way up north into south of Mars Electric. What do you feel about this flight path here? There's a lot of options, and there's only going to be about 6 teams.
Yeah, so the thing about this is that when there's 6 teams, it just opens up so much possibility for all the teams, right? This map is so huge. Normally, we have 12 teams, even 14 teams. And even then, we see a little bit slow of a gameplay because the teams, there's just so many locations for them to just go across the map, right? You have Cape Town, Kelantan, Kota Tua, but now that's 16. There's even more places to loot. But whoa, look at that, Contra. A lot of teams going near peak.
Oh, this is going to be something that's really interesting. 3 teams at the get-go. So, no matter what, we're going to see them in the top 5 in a certain way. We want to see who's the one that walks away with a Booyah.
Yeah, that's true. But it's all about the kills. Remember, each kill is worth 20 points. So it is a huge difference if you get the Booyah compared to if you get more kills.
Oh,
since there's only 24 members in this server, it's going to be so important for you to get those early kills.
Oh, definitely going to be really huge here. Here comes Sabi going in for the takedown. That's going to be the first blood in the hands of Durex, and Evo's Manjo will actually take the kill first before anything else.
Yeah, so straight away, only 23 members left in this server, but I have a feeling it's not done yet, Contra. They're still walking around. Argon, they do have a little bit of a good utility around them. They do have P90s, they do have shotguns, but I think they want to fight even more.
Oh yeah, that's definitely going to be something that I look forward to. As you see, Shinichi is just running across, and they're trying to hunt down members of Argon on the other side. So let's see what they could potentially bring up on the table.
I have a question, like this OMR Remy 2, like, OMR Remy 1, 2, 3, is it a reference to GM Remy?
Yes, definitely going to be the reference of GM Remy, because from what I heard, he kind of trained all these members of and Rocks, and they're like a really huge clan in Malaysia.
That's cool. That's really great. So you know what? Shout out GM Remy, one of the GMs in Free Fire, of course. But looks like we only have that one kill, and this is the thing about Free Fire, right? You think you're gonna open up with a lot of kills, a lot of big gunfights, and then they just pull the brakes. It's like, you know what? Let's go back. Let's kind of just loot a little bit, get some more items before they want to go for it.
That's right, and we're looking at Remy 2 currently. As we see, Love Davos is still trying to get themselves those utilities as well as those stocks in that sort of sense. And since that we're only having like half the population in the map,
that's true.
It's just going to be a lot of empty spaces for them to actually loiter around. But it seems like Remy 1's just going to be right across. There is a little bit of that sort of an angle that they could possibly work with.
Argon is right on top of that hill. You can see the scout coming in, traps. Trying to put on a trap on himself. Does have the VSS. Not the most effective from far range. Not a lot of damage, but at least you can use the scope to scout things out.
Yeah, it's going to be suppressed shots coming from downtown and really getting those taps right off. Trying to pick off Manja, but that's not going to be enough to connect. Well, Aztec's going to take that one off, and my oh my, that's quite a distance, right?
And look at this. Remy 1, they don't have the utility, they don't have the weapons that they want. Argon, on the other hand, they have the higher ground, they have the utility advantage. They're going for so much more. They're rushing this, Contra.
Oh, there we go. Manja's going to be taken down to 40%. Sort of a zipline action as we see them cutting through with that Foxfire, but Manja's going to be knocked down before they could go for any further pursuit.
Even though they lost one member, Sabri did get brought down, but you can see everyone on the side of Team 4, they're just bleeding internally. Even one member just knocked down. Great start here from Team Argon, only picking up 2 kills to their name.
Oh, there we go. Manja immediately getting whacked away. This is huge. I mean, 2 kills, 40 points in total, and if you wipe the whole team out, there's only going to be about a few more.
Durex did get taken down there off camera. Not really sure what happened. You can see Aztec does heal up, does have the med kit. Will be able to just walk away from this. Looks like Durex, and you know what? A safe position. His teammates should be able to bring it up there.
Yeah, but they really got to hurry though. Like, we're looking at Love's side, and they were just around the corner. I think that they will be able to go in for the flank if they really want to, but they're not really fully committing to it. So a little bit of a pick-off in the early game is pretty much natural. Like, you want to utilize a little bit of that, and we see the tripling gun being implemented there, healing him back up in just a nick of time.
Yeah, I still remember the tripling gun being introduced like the first. It was during the Free Fire World Cup that we casted it. I was like, oh man, this is such a cool utility gun. It's so much map play you can think, so much potential, because the tripling gun, even if you hit it onto enemy, it does do a little bit of damage, but hey, it's not too bad.
Yeah, definitely something that's really useful coming in towards, late game where you don't really want to carry all too much of weapons with you. I mean, too much of those utilities where you stock way too much and it's taking a lot of your baggage, and that's where the tripling gun really comes in handy. And we see a lot of all these teams, they always have a little bit of those hacker eye coming in, and here comes Kami watching for it. They don't really know where the expert X is at, and Pablo is getting ready for this sort of flank.
He's just being so sneaky. He's like, oh, I know this.
I
Everyone is in the graveyard. He doesn't even need to dig the graves. Everyone's there. He's going for it. He jumps.
Just like it. Oh, he's going to get shot right here. But immediately you see the side of Kami is going to go for a run.
He has to back off. Because his position is compromised. He needs to be careful here.
Oh my. I mean, he's having only himself to work with, and where are the rest of the members of Expert X?
Grenades, 1, 2, 3, make it rain. How is he gonna land? Kobe, he lands into 1, and this is the signal to go. He wants to go for it, but I can see a big flank coming up from Team Kami. Good play there from Pablo. There goes the shot. He lands onto 1, but it's not gonna be enough. Here comes the carry. He has a little bit more. Here goes the glow wall. He takes 1 down. Is it gonna be enough? A good glow wall coming from the other team, but he's just rushing through. He doesn't even care. He gets 1 down. He wants more. There goes the gunfights, and they take down everyone. 1 more member of Team Kami. Is it gonna be enough? He's gonna go chasing Contra. They want blood.
Oh, they're definitely gonna run in for the kill. And what can Kimi possibly do? He's just trying to find a vicinity to hide, and Emily looking for the top of the roof. And this addict's not gonna be giving him any sort of help at all.
Oh no. He's like, no, you know what? If I stay still enough, then they know I'm not gonna be here. Looks like, his tactic is working. Everyone's walking away.
Yeah, I mean, like, they're happy enough with 3 takedowns in total. And Kami did what? Yesterday, they looked like they were in their best form. They walked away with the most Booyah of Group F. And immediately, you see their star player, Zuxin, was the first one to be taken off, and they had no idea at all inside the graveyard.
I would say that was a really big play coming from Pablo, remember?
Oh, yeah.
He just played around the map so well, put up the glow wall, and it was a rain of grenades that allowed his team to make the distance, to run across the map, to bring in the cavalry. So, once again, great start, and so far, a lot of action early on.
Definitely a whole lot of action that we've just witnessed, and coming from the defending champions, just for a fact, the Team X... Oh, okay, there we go.
Looks like they do at least get the elimination. The last member wasn't going to walk away from that. So straight away, Team Kami, the first to fall in today's qualifiers.
Yeah, Team X right there, it was also formerly known as Pink Lady. So it's just another great fashion being shown from the side of the defending champions, like as I was mentioning earlier on. And now that they've already wiped away 1 full squad, there's 4 more to go, and since like we have a situation right here, right in the middle of the tropics.
Oh, it is a 2v3 situation. They need to be careful. The gunshots is there. 1 more tap. Is it gonna be enough? Oh, doesn't connect it.
Whoa, here comes the flank coming from the right side as well, and they're running right past him. Lover's just gonna hop right around, and Manja's gonna take him down.
He's like, you know what? You want the gunfight? I'll bring it to you. And across with the jump shot. Now, it's all down to Shichini. Is it gonna be enough? He does have the M4A1, does have a couple of scopes, but he needs to be careful. Only 87 health left. The shot's not connecting just yet here, Contra.
Yeah, the M4A1's having a little bit of that recoil, and Manja's just hugging by the trees. Same goes to Shinichi, and there's enough time for Manja's side to actually prepare for the next sort of flank. But blue wall's being popped up, and there's only 2 members left for the side of Remy 1.
I think he just has to run away. He needs to play it safe. Remember, it's all about the points, but no, he runs in the crosshair of Manja. Is it gonna be enough? 1 more hit. He's scanning around, but there is no chance. OMR Remy 2 gets eliminated, and OMR Remy 1 gets 5 kills to their name.
Just like their name, like if you're number 1, there's no number 2.
That's true.
in your eyes, in that sense.
In your eyes, it's either first place or last place.
Yeah, sounds like every other Asian parents they'll just teach us that sort of lesson. It's like it's either you get that A+ or you're a failure.
That's true. But we still have 4 teams left in this game. You can see 13 members left alive. Ooh, what about that? Look at Team 1 here, Contra.
I mean, OMR guys, they're just walking right outside the safe zone, but they understood that there's a whole lot of loot inside of Sentosa that they could actually make use of, but it's quite a distance for them to actually proceed from the south. But the good news is that if they were to arrive into the safe zone, there's actually no contest whatsoever.
That's true. But you know what? It's still the first circle. That's why you can still kind of do that. They need to make sure they get into the safe zone before at least the 3rd circle, because that's where it really starts to hurt.
Oh yeah, that's definitely gonna take their health really low once it actually hits towards the 3rd phase onwards. And we're looking at Remy Tree. He'll pick up that mushroom right outside, making sure that he's got those EPs running across. And it looks like Supercut's just gonna take a little bit of a breather there. Like too much of a jogging. I mean, it's good for your health, but seems like Pachino's pretty close anyway.
You always need rest, all right?
Well, Feels like Anchor here is just imitating Super Mario for a moment.
Taking all the mushrooms available.
Yeah.
But he doesn't grow. He doesn't grow in size. That's the problem.
Yeah, maybe like he grows in strength internally or so in a certain way. But a lot of all these players, they've already understood that there's only so little teams and there's so many of these areas of coverage that they could actually make good use of. And now that we're seeing the circle is kind of smack dead at the center, it's just going to get more interesting as it goes because it's high grounds that we're talking about. Some of the teams, they really like to find themselves those sort of terrains where you possibly will be able to go in for those long-range snipes. And
look at that! Look at that! Oh no, he's well, he does have the sports car, so he's gonna attract a lot of protection.
Definitely gonna attract a lot of noise. Well, we see guys already marching towards the south side, and Imoli finding themselves their very first target of the day.
Oh, this is actually really good coming out from them because they do have the high ground advantage. Goes on to the second floor. There goes the shots coming through, and Manja, he wants to get it up. They do take off one member here, Control, and they're not done.
Oh my goodness, there we go. Supercut guy as was Aiko being brought down, and we see Anchor over the back.
But it's not gonna be enough, and he just goes down. That means there's only one more member of OMR, guys. Is he gonna be enough? He's trying to go for it. He wants to enter the house. He has really aggressive talents here. If you look at it, he does have the Yoshido. Will be able to just pierce through the armor, looking for kills. Can he find anyone? But no, it's a little bit too late because they're all downstairs.
Oh my goodness me, the first quadri kill of the game, and they are just looking unstoppable. We're seeing Aiko still hugging towards the first floor.
I don't think they know this. They don't know. They don't know Aiko's there.
I think he heard the noise.
Oh no, he sees. All right, be quiet. Be quiet. Who's gonna be?
Oh my. I mean, how could they not know?
They know, they see him. Straight away, Aiko jumps down. He will be safe for now, but will it be enough? Aiko goes back in the house. This is a big game of merry-go-round here.
Oh, yeah, they're just paying a little bit of hardcore across the roofs, and Aiko might just be taken down right now, and that's a killing spree in the hands of Manja. Look at him go, 6 kills!
9 kills for the team. That is a perfect start, but they need to make sure they continue the momentum because Team X is really, really close in the standings as well.
Yeah, this is going to be a tough one as we see 3 teams still left on the table. I would say it's a 3v3v3 in this sort of scenario, and they're going to be coming pretty close into this vicinity over near the peak. Well, we see a lot of peak drops usually as a hot drop area, but I didn't really expect the circle to be here. And here goes T-Rex. They take it down low, but he does have a little bit of coverage. As we see traps.
2. Is it going to be enough? Glow wall comes through by the grenades. They want to push through. Really aggressive play. They take that one straight away. Jumbo going to try into rushing as well. The Scar not going to find the connections. You can see everyone is just trying to kill off all the members of Argon. Pablo did get taken down, but his teammates will be there to save him. The last member is going to be down as well. That means only 2 teams left alive.
We can see Expert X chasing for those kills. He understood that there is another team that's gotten at least 9 kills. And if they get another 2 more, that will be a tie. And that Booyah is going to separate them. And speaking about 2 kills, they're just right across. So they need not to lose any sort of members to tie things up.
This is going to either be a awesome comeback, 2v4, just gunfight, or is this going to be a straightforward ending?
I don't think it's as straightforward as it is because these are the great champions of each of these groups that we're talking about from the previous weeks that we saw them battle it all out. And yesterday itself, there's so much of all these great showing coming from teams like OMR guys, and they fall flat this game.
Yeah, I think so too. But of course, it's going to be a long day. It's only game 1 contract.
Yeah, that's true.
It's warming up, but it's important to start off to a good head start so you don't play catch up on the rest of the day. So Expert X and OMR guys won, or OMR Remy won, I'm sorry. Just a really good start straight away.
Oh, that's a lot of packages for them to actually take, and then that's a little bit of that great AWP that's on that box right there. So they're just going to wait for a little bit of an initiation coming in. And Manja's going to go in for the takedown already, looking for Jablo. That's going to be the first knock. There's no way of saving him because he's out in the open.
Great tag team. He downed it, and then the other one came out and killed him off. Good play. Now only few more left alive. It's a 3v2 situation. OMR Remy, they can come back, heal up, and replay everything. It was a 2v4. Now it's a 2v3. But and it's not done. It's a double kill. It is going to be a 3v1. One more down to go. And not there it is. It's going to be the Booyah Expert X. Congratulations.
Oh my goodness me. That was the flank of the century. Like, they plotted out so perfectly. And my oh my, they got themselves the Booyah, but they're 10 points short as compared to OMR Remy with a total of 10 kills.
Oh my god. And you know which kill made the difference? It was the final one. The one that they picked out, killed him off. And yeah, they lost the Booyah, but it didn't really matter because look, OMR Remy 1 still in first place due to total points. Expert X 210, Argon 57, OMR Remy 3 14, OMR Remy 2 10, and Kami unfortunately only with 8 points.
Yeah, I mean, there's a stark difference in dropping early as well as surviving all the way to the end.
Yeah.
And, of course, the former Pink Lady members here already showing up what they are made of. And this is why they were the Malaysian champions. As we look into this sort of scenario where OMR guys won, they are still having that 10-point lead. But anything can happen in game number 2, and this is where things would get a little bit messy. I think that the members of Expert X, they won't let this go so easily.
I mean, you know, this just shows me, right, that throughout the rest of the day, the remaining 5 games, they are going to play a little bit more aggressive because this early kills is going to mean so much more for their points total. Because the reason OMR Remy 1 is so far ahead is because of those early fights. They got those kills early. They managed to stay alive until the final couple of squads. That's why they are so far ahead.
Definitely the main factor coming into the table because each kill, we're talking about 20 points. Like, this is the reason why you see some of these teams that didn't really achieve that much of that kill result. They don't really walk away breaking that 100 mark even. So there's only 2 teams that break the 100 mark, which ended up with 200 over points. And this is them just trying to set the bar up high in game number 1. And we still have 5 more matches to go, Matthew.
And you know what, honestly speaking, this shows me that all 6 teams into this qualifiers, they have the opportunity to just pop off. They play so well. But with that being said, let's look at the highlights of this games and see, just jog our memory a little bit to see how things went through because it was action from start to finish.
Definitely packed with a whole lot of action inside Bermuda. And on the get-go, we see a lot of teams over at the peak, and Lovia was the first one to be picked off. Argon had no chance at all, no weapons whatsoever. And this is where Argon bit back and took down members of Manja.
Yeah, but this was really, really important because without these kills, that means OMR Remy 1, who have been so much stronger in the final circle because they lost 2 members early on, remember?
Yeah, that was a little bit of a dent towards the sort of firepower that they potentially have. But this is where Expert X pull off such a great grenade kill.
1, 2, 3, boom, gets it. He understood. He did a quick jump just to understand the situation. He knew he could rush it in, took the kill. Pablo really trusting his teammate, that understanding his teammate would take the other guy off and protect his back.
That's exactly what just happened. And Rizwan, where can he possibly run? He's right outside the tropics, and of course, from the side of Sonichi, he was the only member left. And there was way too many members just chasing him all across the map. And Remy 3, the guys, they were playing a little bit slow. And that's where they met up with OMR Remy 1 as well. Yeah. And things didn't went well for the side of the guys.
I have to say, though, the remaining members of OMR Remy 1 played super well. It was 2v4 across the whole map, but they constantly just swiped off every single member that they saw. Every time they see somebody, they just kill him off. As easy as that. Good play. And look at it. This kill was different. The kill on Joblo. Great play from Evos Manja. Took off the members. And then Math came out with the tag team. That kill made the difference. But the grenade, just a thing of beauty.
Yeah. And after Expert X surround all these members of Remy 1, and they managed to secure the Booyah with those great grenades. And you saw they were actually invading the same house from every sort of angle, and achieving that first Booyah, it's going to mean a whole lot at the long run.
Yep, but I want to see how things want to go about. We still have a lot of games with Contra. What do you think?
Well, I'm thinking that this is just, you know, the warm-up, and it's already this epic. So we're going to bring you game number 2, and I'm pretty sure that we're going to offer you a whole lot more action on the line. Do you stay with us?
To fight, to kill, and to destroy. Death shadowed every corner of the city. And now we have returned. This time, we're here to make up for our own mistake, to bring justice to the world, and to turn darkness into light. To fight, to kill, and to destroy. Death shadowed every corner of the city. And now we have returned. This time, we're here to make up for our own mistake, to bring justice to the world, and to turn darkness into light. To fight, to kill, and to destroy. Death shadowed every corner of the city. And now we have returned. This time, we're here to make up for our own mistake, to bring justice to the world, and to turn darkness into light.
And welcome everybody back into the Free Fire Asia Invitationals Malaysia Qualifiers. My name's Contra. This is Matthew joining alongside with me. And of course, we wish you guys Selamat Hari Merdeka. I know it's past one day, but it's still the Merdeka weekend. So
Hari Merdeka. Pop quiz. What Merdeka year are we at?
We're at the 62nd Merdeka year.
This not fair.
Still
And that's
Malaysian. Yeah, I mean, yeah,
not
it's,
bad.
I mean, it's not written on any sort of paper that we have. So, of course, for those of you guys who are back at home, I know you guys are chilling, and like we really thank you guys for tuning into this stream. Make sure you guys hit the like button as well as subscribe if you guys are from YouTube, and if it were to be on any other platform, make sure you guys just share it all over your social media. Now that we've already concluded game number 1, Matthew, it's time we bring up the scoreboards to break it all down.
So let's see on the overall scoreboard, and we saw OMR Remy won 220 points, even though they lost out on that Booyah. But you can see it's really 10-point difference. It was the kills that made the big leap for them.
Yeah, like you look at the kill point, that's 200 kills. I mean, 200 kill points right there for Remy 1. And Expert X just 20 points short, which led to this sort of result. Because placement point, the maximum you could achieve from any sort of game is just 30. Like, that 30 points, you can just achieve it in 2 kills.
Yep. I mean, 1 kill enough, right? That's it.
Well, fair enough, because like even on 6th place, Kamidewa will still walk away with that 8 point in that sense. And all of those teams are playing with that ultra aggression, and Remy 1 just wiped out their sister teams in that sense. Like Remy 2, 3 didn't even get the chance to play.
I mean, the reason why they do that is because only one team will be able to qualify into Jakarta, which will be happening next week. That Asia Invitational, $50,000 up for grabs. This is going to be a really tense final 5 matches.
Yeah, I mean, when you're trying to represent your country and make your nation proud, you got to do what it takes and make sure that you achieve the best possible result for your team. And it's not only for yourself, I mean, for all the fans that are supporting them as well, because I'm pretty sure, like, teams like Expert X already had gotten a whole lot of fans back in the previous World Cup as well.
Yeah.
They did pretty well coming in
Yeah, not
towards
too
the
bad.
first
You know,
game.
They did play, pretty good Free Fire all along, but fortunately didn't really make an impact. As we said, last Free Fire World Cup winner was, of course, from Indonesia themselves. Let's see whether this time the Malaysian team can go into Jakarta, into the backyard of the winners, and see whether they can make an impact. But in order for that to happen, they need to make sure they show up in the qualifiers first. With that being said, let's go into the second game of the Malaysia qualifiers of the Asia Invitationals.
Let's go.
Straight away, and you can see, I'm really liking all this, the flight path so far. Very centralized, giving the teams a lot of options for them to go. Early drop coming out from Argon. Looks like they might want to head over to golf course, I think.
Yeah, it seems like Central would be the usual drop point for the side of Kami in that sort of sense. But Argon, as well as some of these other teams from OMR, they are looking at the northern section as well as the east, and a little bit of that sort of a drop. But I'm pretty surprised that none of these teams would be opting for, the western drop instead, because they hopped out early. I thought they would turn all the way back into its either quarry or even, Marble Works. There's a lot of looting points and somewhat near towards the central as well, but it's a little bit difficult to be playing at that sort of scenario, because if you were to cut across the river, there are chances where certain teams will be already gatekeeping you from that entry point. But we're looking at Remy 2. They are at the edge of the ski lodge. Now, it's a lot of loot inside the ski lodge. All the way at the edge of the map, they'd say, we know it's going to be safe and sound.
I think this time around, it's much more different compared to the last game where everyone is so split up. If you look at the map just now, unfortunately, we couldn't bring it up. Everyone has their own little circle of, safety zone, right?
Oh, yeah.
Nobody's going to be there. You can know you're going to loot a little bit safer. No early fights this time around. So what I think, as I say that.
I guess we kind of jinxed it for a little bit. And the Expert X are just on the hunt once more, just prowling through the southern side instead. Now,
They're going to the ski lodge here.
this is going to be interesting when they at the middle.
Oh, no.
One of them's going to drop.
I love this place because it's just such a big, steep hill, right? So it's either up or down, and there's not a lot of cover. It's all down to your skill. Hopefully they do meet up in the early game so we can see some early fights, but I think looks like everyone is just going to back off early on.
Yeah, they're just going to go in for those loot pickups, and then, of course, the shotguns are really essential coming into close counter combat and that sort of sense.
Wait. Now Now the problem here is that OMR Remy 2, they are both split up. Two members went to the north side, and Pablo, being that ward, being that information gatherer that he is, he understands how members are coming. He's preparing for a trap.
He
Oh
heard the
no!
footsteps. He's still going for the loot. Does he know it all? I mean,
know.
Shinichi's just gonna get flanked right here, and there's nothing that can stop Expert actually pick this one up.
There's
but
no cover.
Shinichi's still around.
There's no cover control. Like I said, this place is just way too open. You cannot run away. There's no place to hide, and he just gets wiped out. And remember, the two other members of OMRME 2, they decided to split away, and that is just what she wrote. No chance whatsoever. Two early kills into the Booyah winners of Game 1.
That feels pretty bad from the side of Remy too. I mean, they were just happily looting their way and say, oh, okay, I'm just going to pick my favorite weapon right here and, you know, the unsuspecting victim falling out early into the game. And not only that, I mean, we saw Rizwan as well as Shinichi. Of course, Shinichi was leading the pack, and Rizwan was just following suit. Like, he wants to defend him and try his best to actually take down a couple of these members coming from the side of Expert X. But I feel like it's too little too late. And they already got the peeker's advantage. They were already hugging by the corners of the wall and just waiting for that to happen.
I called it Contra. I was like, oh, please meet, because there's no cover. Because whenever I play it, I just like, oh, this place is so good. Anyone that comes in here, they die so quickly, because if they are looting, you have that peeker's advantage. Like you mentioned, you just have such a big head start. You have that time. You can just set up your aim when you want to shoot them. You can just go for the shots when you know they least expected, and then, hey, that's just a free couple of kills.
Over on the south side of Moat House, we're going to see a little bit more action. I mean, the side of Love, they've already met the members of Expert X, and they might just lock horns against Remy Tree as well. And this ain't any sort of a great news for this team. I mean, they've already dropped two members out, and now that they have to face off against potentially two other teams, it's just going to be a steep hill for OMR Remy to actually climb.
Literal steep hills.
Well, if you put it that way.
Imagine if they come back and win this game.
Well, I think that I will be extremely impressed. I mean, we're looking at some of the best in the Malaysian region, and that we're already seeing the UAV zone already rotating all across, and the guys having been spotted out, they're just going to try to avoid any conflict through the bridge.
I've seen this episode before.
Oh, which episode was that?
This bridge camping episode 1. This is the sequel. I've seen this time and time again.
Oh, I mean, it's definitely going to bring us some of those deja vu memories that we had.
But, you know, Argon is like, wait a second, I've seen this movie. I'm not going to take the bait. But Kami, they want some kills, and oh my god! The shots just let it rip, and Kami is like, you know what? I need to make up some ground and just let it rip.
Well, like, you see the health just drop from 100 to 0. That was extremely quick. And Baby Argon, they're fighting back from top of the hill. There are a little bit of those terrains that they're trying to protect themselves with, but Kamidewa have magnificent space control, and they managed to just easily take one down. At least that's 20 points secured.
That's a lot of points. I mean, they only took 8 points last game, so it's important to rack up those kills. Good play coming up. They're just walking away, but on the other side of the map, looks like there's some kills happening on the side of OMR Remy 1. Not sure what's happening there.
It's actually the guys already bumping into its OMR Remy once again. I mean, Remy Wars is just going to be an epic one, and it seems like it's going to be Remy 3 versus 1, and Mine Guys dropping to only 30% of health, and they are trying to pick this one up. Manja's just hopping right through. He dodges it right off the blue wall, but there will be Baku to secure this kill.
I mean, the amount of daring that you need to heal right in front of everyone.
I mean, he's got to try and
he should have just went for the kill. He stood in front of the enemy's glow walls. Like, you know what? I'm just gonna make some tea. It's a nice Sunday afternoon. Why not just chill a little bit? That was crazy.
Yeah, absolutely bonkers. I mean, look at that. Like, they walked away with that 4-kill lead once again. OMR Remy 1 always starting with that really huge momentum, and this is already a morale booster for them. It's the same sort of scenario that they had. Expert X always playing the catching up game. They forgot to, and good news for them, they haven't been damaged all too much.
I mean, there's still a lot of kills up for grabs, technically. Still 17 is left alive, but it obviously is a huge benefit over to OMR Remy 1 since they picked up 4 kills early on. However, this could be 2 kills going over to Expert X if they manage to find up the guys from OMR Remy 3.
They have been trolling them for the longest of time, and they understood that there's not many places for them to run if they were to hit towards the north point. And seems like Pablo's managed to actually spot one off.
Man, Pablo is so on point. Oh, do you see him? Come on, hello?
It's like, okay, I need to get those angles right. And, I mean, he's only got those, like, really short sights with him.
Yeah, I think it's not even two times as well. It's just like a really random red dot.
Yeah, it's just like a red dot for him to actually work with. But that was just going to be having a little bit of those love taps in that sense. But Remy 2, I think that they will be able to sort of secure themselves into this vicinity. But OMR Remy 1 is contending for the kills. Immediately walking in towards all these members of Remy 1, but he was Manja. He's looking for Dallas, and Dallas is fighting back. He's not going to be able to do all too much, being brought down to 50%, but he's going to get knocked by all 3 members from above.
Yep, no way he's going to run away from this Remy 1. He's going to go for the rush, the shotgun jump shot, 360 no-scope, whatever you want to call it. And that's another 2 extra kills into the back of OMR Remy 1.
Oh, wow. I mean, 6 kills. 6 solid kills. And Remy 1 here, they just look absolutely unstoppable. I mean, I've said it time and time again, but I really do believe that when both of these teams meet, they're just going to be left with maybe just one alive.
They know. They won. Expert X, if they manage this kill of OMR Remy 1, that would just do such a big advantage over to there, and they want to go for this. You can see
Manja's marching forward, and they kind of know that there's someone up in the high ground.
No Mercy just has all this information. They should know about this. They can just wrap them around. This could be a big flam coming in, and no, OMR Remy 1, they see Pablo, who's gonna win out the fight. It's gonna be really close, but no, the Glow Wall is there. They're right next to each other. Who's gonna come around? 4N is right in the end, but it's not gonna be enough. A quick Glow Wall. Is it gonna enough to stay his name? Will it be enough time for his teammates to come and run around? No, it's the answer. A quick jump shot, but 4N does find refuge behind the tree, and Manja won't be falling as well. Both teams just going neck and neck. The leaders fighting it out, but no one is setting up just yet. Evil trying to go for the rush. No mercy against Mania. Who's gonna wake him up? The quick Glow is there, but Manja, he needs to try to run away, but a shotgun from the heavens kills them off, and it's gonna be one surviving member. Baku, can he do anything about this? It's gonna be a 1v2, but everyone is just
Shut down.
In that scuffle, what in the world just happened? They immediately popped up a bonfire.
Can you sit down? Even though we are sitting down, but that was an insane game. That fight was just all over the place. But I think no, they're not done. They're not done.
Here comes Amidewa.
I want this. I want some kills.
And they know how to punish teams that pick up the battle. There we go. Well, one more at it. Expert X pulling up the wall. Going in for the nades. Will it connect? Oh, it's just a little bit way too short. But there's a little bit of tip damage landing over on the members of Expert X. Little Rosas waiting for them to actually go in for the push. He has the perfect angle.
God.
He might just go for it.
He gets the shot. He has those heat-seeking missiles. He has the targets in his sights. But they do go over the wall. No mercy. Gets taken down straight away. That's the first casualty of this small little exchange. And Kimi says, thank you very much. I'm just going to pick up that kill. 4N is the other one to fall. And they get eliminated. That's crazy. And 4 kills over to Kami Day 1 Malaysia. That's what they needed there.
Well, you know, this feels a whole lot like the King of a Hill sort of a match instead of a Battle Royale.
I like this.
I'm feeling it.
I like this so much more. So much more entertaining to watch.
Oh, yeah. I mean, like, it's like another challenger arrives after each fight.
But now, Kami, the main difference, right, Contra, was that there was no time for them to reset. Expert X, they won that fight. They thought, alright, let me buy myself 1 minute of time to heal up. But everyone was stuck behind that glow wall trying to heal up, and they didn't have the time. Kamidewa, quick thinking, went for the Russian and just basically pick up the remaining scraps.
Yeah, I think that is such a great move, and they moved in all too rapidly. Now, Kamidewa is going to be challenged by Baby Argon, Imoli having double walls for protection.
Yep.
Here comes one for the side of Baby Argon as well. Durex is going to go in for a little bit of defense.
But they need this because look at this, Aaron. They don't have any kills. They need these 4 kills to put in at least themselves on the board. They are down a little bit of a disadvantage because it's 3v4, but there's a good shots coming in. They do heal him up. Glow Wall is there. The revival will come true. As thing comes true, on the flag from nowhere, no chance whatsoever, and they just immediately take one down. Baby Argon, they want this win. Asting just doing what he can, brings out the shotgun, the flying from the heavens, no chance whatsoever. Baby Argon with the plays.
There's only Choo Choo left. Choo Choo, can he actually clutch it out? There's way too many members up top, but if he plays this one right, he can just turn this one around.
If he wins this, I'll buy you a can of coffee.
A can of coffee.
No way.
It's a deal. It's a deal.
No way, because look at that. His health is down to 50% health.
Oh my. I
feel like coffee is not looking good.
I'm running out of luck here in terms of getting night coffee, but
look at the rush.
They're still alive,
Durex.
and they're looking for the win.
Durex giving the protection to his team that his team needs.
Yeah, he's just rotating across, and he's always the first line of defense.
Yeah, and now the grenades, making sure it explodes into the house. He wants to try and flush out Choo Choo. They know about this information. They know where he is. There's no way Choo Choo's gonna be able to survive this. He needs a really good fight.
Whoa, that made almost connected towards the side of Durex. They know that if he were to stay up there, then there is a chance that if he takes out the shotgun, and if they don't push together, they might just get taken out.
The zone is not with Choo Choo. Kamidewa Malaysia, everything is going against them at the moment. Choo Choo needs to play this perfectly.
Whoa.
The shots comes true. They do connect a little. Shot says, no way, not today, no coffee for Contra. Booyah to Baby Argon, and that was a good display, and they really needed that.
And this is a really huge game that we're talking about here. Baby Argon walks away with a Booyah with a total of 110 points, but they were not the ones with the most points in this game.
This guy, OMR Remy, man. That's insane. Like, they finish 4th, right?
Yeah.
They finish 4th, and they get 154 points. I expect these teams in the remaining 4 matchups to step up their gunfights. They need to look for those early fights, all or nothing, because if they continuously keep going with their strategy, OMR Remy 1 is just going to be too far to catch on.
But we're looking at Ping Lady. They're still having at least a total of 5 kills. Same goes to Kamidewa. They have a total of 4. So it's not too shabby at all. But it's also the addition of the positioning points that gives you a little bit of that sort of booster as we look into towards, the 4th place. That's a total of 7 kills that we're talking about here. I mean, times 20, that's just gonna put you all the way up top.
Honestly speaking, that early fight coming through, it was all because OMR Remy 1. They found that early advantage. They took on 2 squads early on. And that was it. That was the difference. That's why I'm considering, hey, if I'm one of the captains of the teams, I'm going to tell my teammates, in the remaining matches, we have nothing to lose anymore. We're a little bit far behind. Let's go for early fights. Try to take down the teams early on and maybe rack up some early points.
And they immediately went chasing every single point of the finds that they actually made. And like, we're starting off with those sort of fights inside the ski lodge where...
Oh, that was beautiful!
Yeah, that was really beautiful. Like, they went all the way down below. Like, you just took your skis and, you reached the end and you say, hey, I haven't fallen yet. And, yeah, they took the bait. Now, let's have a look into it. It's the highlights for match number 2. And that was another epic one. So, Matthew, it's time to break it down.
I mean, once again, look, the initial stage, right? You could see Expert X, they went to the south side, and then, hey, OMR Remy 2, they went to the ski lodge. But the main thing was they just met in the middle, and this was a thing of beauty. No one expected it. Since she was like, oh, you know what? I'm just kind of looting, but oh, wait, gunshots? That's not part of the plan.
Like, you look at it, it's just an open space. Like, they were just running uphill. Like, there's no option for you to even get yourself any sort of room to defend. So I felt like that was the first mistake that you made. Like, if you have an enemy shooting at you, just shoot back.
Yep. And Kamidewa early on played really, really well, but it was this fight, this epic fight. And on this hill, there was 4 squads just continuously going find out. First, it was OMR Remy 1 against OMR Remy 3, and then after a little bit, came in another challenger, Expert X.
But yeah, Expert X, they really went right through, and they got themselves in towards the really great position. And they were from the top side, from near the shorelines, I mean the lake side, and they've got a couple of multiple angles secured, and both teams are just showing the amazing amount of display of skills. When we saw both teams just bring out gulags after gulags to protect themselves, and Fallen alongside with Manja had a really good, 5 to 10 seconds of fight until each one of them fall, and it was up to No Mercy to actually turn this one around, and La Raza was having that lower range angle from the side of Kamidewa as they joined into the party.
Yep, and it was because they managed to pick up the scratch. Expert X, they needed another maybe 30 seconds just to reset up their position, to understand, hey, where is everybody? We need to just kind of gather up everything again. But no, Kamidewa said no, but Baby Argon, Esting, went for the biggest flank of Free Fire history.
Oh yeah, this is definitely huge, at least in Malaysian context in a certain sense. Yeah. Well, Baby Argon was only left with 3 members versus 1, and Kamidewa, they couldn't really do much because they're outside. She's just gonna try to at least secure that 20 points, but that was the Booyah headed over to the side of Baby Argon. So BA right here taking this win is something that they really need with the next 4 games. There's still going to be a little bit of that marathon running for a lot of all these teams. But what we're looking at here is OMR guys still taking a lot of that lead. And do you feel like there's anyone else that could potentially beat them?
Honestly speaking, still 4 more games to go. I think anything can happen, but they need to swap out their strategy. I feel like they need to go for those early fights. Those early kills just mean such a big difference in terms of their points. You could see OMR Remy 1. Because of those 7 kills, they should be still on top of the leaderboard, and they have a long, long way to go. But of course, we still have 4 more games. But before that, we'll go on a quick commercial break. My name is Matthew. His name is Contra. When we come back, more Free Fire action at the Asia Invitational Malaysia Qualifiers.
To fight, to kill, and to destroy. Death shadowed every corner of the city. And now, we have returned. This time, we're here to make up for our own mistake, to bring justice to the world, and to turn darkness into light. To fight, to kill, and to destroy. Death shadowed every corner of the city. And now we have returned. This time, we're here to make up for our own mistake, to bring justice to the world, and to turn darkness into light. Programmed to fight, to kill, and to destroy. Death shadowed every corner of the city. And now we have returned. This time, we're here to make up for our own mistake, to bring justice to the world, and to turn darkness into light. Programmed to fight, to kill, and to destroy. Death shadowed every corner of the city. And now we have returned. This time, we're here to make up for our own mistake, to bring justice to the world, and to turn darkness into light. Programmed to fight, to kill, and to destroy. Death shadowed every corner of the city. And now we have returned. This time, we're here to make up for our own mistake, to bring justice to the world, and to turn darkness into light. Programmed to fight, to kill, and to destroy. Death shadowed every corner of the city. And now we have returned. This time, we're here to make up for our own mistake, to bring justice to the world, and to turn darkness into light.
Welcome aboard to the Free Fire Asia Invitational's Malaysia Qualifiers. My name's Contra, this is Matthew, joining with me, and my oh my, we've already witnessed 2 amazing Booyahs, and we're gonna see another 4 more to go, but now we're heading to match number 3.
Before that,
I see you're excited.
Before that, I think we need to see the leaderboards a little bit because I think it's going to be quite interesting how those points are racked up. Because there was still a lot of kills, and even though OMR Remy won, they kind of faltered off. I think 5th or 4th. They still racked up a lot of points.
Definitely a whole lot of points, and it's time that we tabulate the scoreboards and have a look into who takes the lead in match number 2.
Whoa, looks like OMR won. They extend the lead a little bit. I think they have around a 41 point lead, if my math says me right.
I'm pretty sure
47.
Math's pretty bad for Matthew.
47.
Well, I guess we can definitely work on that as we go along the way. But we're looking at maybe Argon catching up as well.
Yep.
167. Well, I feel like if they were to take a couple more fights, maybe another 2 team fights that went successful, then they will join the ranks of Expert X as well as OMR.
Yep, so I want to see how things will go about there because we still have a lot of games to go. But, almost reaching our halfway mark. Looks like this day has just swift by really quickly.
Yeah, I mean, you guys might be having your lunch and just enjoying some great free fire for the time being. But, well, whether it's brunch, lunch, or if you guys haven't even had your dinner, then
Dinner at 12.
I'll feel sad.
Maybe in another time zone.
In another time zone.
Zone. It's always 8 p.m. somewhere.
Yeah. I mean, for Malaysia, Malaysians, we eat anytime we want. This is what makes us a little bit unique because this is a land of great food.
But you know what? It's always time. It's always time for some free fire. Actually.
Oh, yeah. It's definitely time for more Booyah coming to your way. And we're looking at all these potential candidates to be sent to Indonesia. Jakarta rounds is going to be huge. There's going to be a lot of crowd waiting for them.
And honestly speaking, the one thing I want to highlight and one thing I want to kind of see is who will step up. So far, I think there's 2 clear contenders here, Expert X as well as OMR Remy 1. Are they going to continue their dominance with a couple of bad games? That could be it.
Yeah, a couple of bad games could possibly overthrow themselves, and now we're going into Game 3 to find out who will be the next one to take away that Booyah.
So let's go straight into the flag path and see, once again, back into Bermuda. So no more ski lodge, unfortunately. But yeah, coming back into this now. Pretty interesting. Not as central as the previous maps.
Yeah, definitely going to be a little bit different coming in towards Bermuda once again. Maybe there will be a little bit of a switcheroo when it comes to the drop points. As we see, maybe Argon, the victors of the previous round, Emily heads over to the regions of Clock Tower as well as Factory. And while a lot of all these teams are very... Western oriented in that sort of sense.
I mean, it's Malaysian. We always follow the Western style, so we obviously go to the West. That's quite. But the one thing that's quite interesting is no one actually go across even the halfway mark. I mean, look, E is basically the middle, right?
Yeah.
But everyone is onto this Western side.
Yeah, I think they finally understood how vital it is to actually rake up all those early kills. And we're looking at Manja's side.
Yeah.
I mean, Remy 1, they're already on the hunt.
Oh no, this could be a big blow if OMR Remy 2 can just pick them off early on. This could be a big problem. You can see OMR Remy 2 once again doing the strategy of splitting up again. Didn't work up that well in Game 2. Can it work up a little bit better in Game 3?
Well, it's time to find out because Race 1's going to be letting loose some of all these rain of bullets.
Race 1, no! He just ran in the open fire there.
I mean, that's some questionable plays, and there's not enough members coming in from the side of Remy 2 to give them that sort of backup, but Manja will be able to secure that first blood in the hands of Remy 1.
Early kills coming up from OMR Remy 1, exactly what they need. They are going to go loot the dead body over there, but you know what? Early game means not a lot of loot. Not a lot of important loot, at least.
Yeah, it's just pretty much tough because if you are loitering around the hangar section, there's so many areas which is pretty much an open field as well. I mean, we're talking about planes taking off and landing, and it's only going to make sense that some of all these warehouse is a little bit empty. So there's not too much that they could potentially make good use of in the first 3 minutes of the game at the very least. I mean, maybe you might find some SMGs, some shotguns, but to get yourself those snipers as well as ARs is still like a 50-50 in this sort of way. But, you know, getting those sort of early traits for Remy 1 is definitely a good news. But we're looking over the side of Remy 3, or my guys, where mine is just getting himself ready for a little bit of that tussle. We see Kamidewa already marching forward, getting that AK in the hands of Kimmy, and that's going to be a double knockdown!
Oh, that's a big play. And Kamidewa, looks like they're starting off with a good shot here. OMR Remy 3. They do lose a couple of members. Good reverie coming off. Kimmy is going to try and heal up. You can see the grenades. They will start to fall. But nothing is going to connect just yet. They're just going to heal up here, Contra.
Oh, this is just a little bit of rough angles for him to work with. Oh, there we go. Members of
the flank,
guys.
The flank coming up from OMR Remy 3. It's huge. You can see here, mine guys just going in 1v3. He is the savior of his team. But it's going to be a 1v1. He's going for it. But he gets it through. Kamidewa says, not today. No, wiped up. He is the last surviving member. Can he pull through for his team?
That was absolutely insane. I mean, that moment, it could have went... It could have backfired. I mean, Kamidewa, he committed to it. He hops out towards the intersection of the warehouse and caught him a little bit off guard. And here comes Remy 1 trying to fight up against Baby Argon. But Baby Argon's going to be driving off.
It's just a bait. It's just a bait. You can see they were just getting as much information as possible. And now Baby Argon, can they go for an Aztec? Gonna go into the compound. They want to go for this big play. If they manage to kill off OMR Remy 1, that will just destroy their point total, and they bring down Man. That's 1 out of 4. Can they do it? Can they just kill off OMR Remy 1 here?
Oh, we see it's happening in the previous round, and now we're bringing the...
Hello?
Sabri. Oh!
No! Durex says not today once again, and they lose 2 members. OMR Remy 1 once again in this early deficit, not what they want. You can see Baku already running far away. They cannot lose their lives here. Baby Argon, strong display.
It's really solid work coming in from the side of Argon members. And if only Durex will be able to charge all the way back up to 200 HP, while Shinichi already playing a little bit of a hide and seek here as they are trying to stalk members of the side of Baby Argon.
Oh, Shinichi he's just behind. Be one with the rock. You know those classes is like, oh, be one with nature.
I see that where you're becoming like a sort of meditation class right here. Well, we're just gonna take a little chill pill until Baby Argon steps right up. Well, Sabri says, we got no chill for you.
So it's really clear Sabri doesn't like meditation. He's like, you know what, when I see someone that meditates, no.
It's like, no, you shall not even pass the bridge.
But you do get another kill, I think. Oh, no, he just knocked him down. His teammates managed to bring him up here.
Yeah, the revivals will be able to come true, but they're still not actually saving him as of yet. Oof. And that's a secure kill over on the side of Aztec. And
they're not done.
Durex.
They're not done here.
It's all alone, though.
They want to go for a little bit more. Ooh, that was going to get gunned down as well. That's a 3rd kill to the name of Baby Argon. But OMR Remy 2 does finally get eliminated, and they get 4 kills to their name. They are the kill leaders at the moment.
Yeah, this is pretty huge step for the side of Baby Argon. They really understood that they cannot just let OMR to actually get the lead, whichever it is. I mean, OMR 1, 2, 3. Other side is still going to be another huge competitor in the sense. And now we're looking at Argon with 4 kills. Like, if we tablet everything back into what we saw, I mentioned about them needing at least 2 team takedowns which mean a total of 8 kills, and they will be able to join the ranks of the top 3. I mean, they already are in the top 3, but if you want to break through second spot or even the first, that's the catch-up that you really have to make.
It's all about first, right? You need to end up in first place in order to qualify for Jakarta. Now, just to remind all our viewers here, the reason why they're playing this sort of a small little show match tournament is because they want to qualify into the Asia Invitationals. Whoever wins today will represent Malaysia at Jakarta next week to compete for a $50,000 prize pool competition. So that's a big chunk of a pie.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, if we're talking about the pie, I mean, $50,000 could buy you a lot of pies, pizzas, burgers, any sort of food that you would like to get. But we're looking at all these players who are not really hungry for those food yet. They're hungry for those booyahs. And, well, we're having Baby Argon still trying to hunt down members over onto the section of Clock Tower. But I feel like playing by the edge, you're not going to be able to find anyone at all if they were to head straight into its middle. Maybe there's a higher chance of, the other 3 teams to be around.
By the way, Contra, there's 4 teams left alive, but only 10 players in this server.
Yeah.
That means there's a lot of stragglers here and there. Maybe there is not one squad with 4 members left. So what I feel is that this game is still wide open.
Yeah, it's pretty much wide open. Whether or not you have 1 member or 2, there's chances where you could even punish teams from across if they were to go in towards, a sort of a fight, and then you just come in to party in that sort of an action. It happens in those international runs, and it can happen here in the Malaysian qualifiers as well.
Yep, and remember, one bad game can swing the momentum, even though OMRME won. Now, one team that's been pretty quiet is Expert X.
Yeah, I guess Expert X, they've already had too much of those early engagements for the past 2 rounds, and it didn't really went in their favor all too much for most of the scenarios. But game 1 was a really great game for them because they raked up at least a total of 9 kills.
Yeah, but now they can, even if they kill everyone else on this server, they only get 6 kills.
Yeah, that's
it's
the
not a
maximum
lot of
that
points.
you can get.
It's not a lot of points.
But it still matters in the accumulation of all the other points. Oh, seems like there's a little bit of that chip damage coming from the save, the outskirts of the save zone, but they are running in towards Expert X, so he's not going to be knowing what's in store for him, and doesn't look good at all. But thinking about this, they're not exactly in that sort of a extreme close distance, but they've already got some compounds with them.
They're pretty okay. You still need to kind of have like a, they're within maybe a walkie-talkie range. It's gonna.
Well, I would agree to that. I mean, you can just like
they're within
guys.
a pretty expensive walkie-talkie range.
Well, maybe the walkie-talkie that we're talking about would be the UAV zone that just appears as like, "Hi guys," it says, oh, "Okay, you're in the yellow zone, and we're just gonna have a little bit of that sweet communication in that sort of sense, like sending bullets from one end to the other."
Actually, not really sure why, but it looks like everyone's playing super safe, especially Kami Dewa in Malaysia.
There's only 1 member left from the side of Kami Dewa, so I guess Zuxin, although he is the main guy who always clutches for the team, the entry fragger, or whatever you want to call it, he's like the Superman for his team of Kami Dewa, and we're looking at other teams like Expert X, who is no strangers to taking those battles, and immediately we see them regrouping once more. Here comes
mercy.
the UAV zone.
No mercy, no mercy, no mercy. He's right in the open air. But oh no! They see him. They have to see him. They have to know.
Oh, okay.
Shots comes
there we
through.
go.
No mercy does get tagged a little bit. The chip damage will come out, but that means OMRME 1, their position is exposed as well.
Yeah, this is going to be a little bit of that long-range sort of challenge for the side of Baku, but I guess they're going for this package, and Emily getting punished right after. Manja needs to heal up, and no mercy. Oh, that's
Fell? Oh,
what? What?
Technical difficulties. Let's cut the box. Let's cut it there.
I mean, we're talking about only 4 teams, and you're making this sort of a mistake?
No, get it. It's next level plays. If you suicide, nobody gets that extra 20 points.
Oh, that's fair. I mean, if you put it that way, but your teammate needs you in this sort of important scenario. We're talking about reaching the top 3.
If they win this whole
He's
day,
bleeding out.
No, just die, suicide. He gets nobody gets the kill. Nobody gets the kill. If they win today by 20 points, it's because of that man right there. And you be laughing, but he be smiling.
Okay. I see what you mean. I mean, I get it. But we're seeing a lot more fights coming across, and we see Baby Argon still trying to reposition themselves. And over the top side, we have Baku already getting himself ready for a little bit of that push coming from the side of Sabri. It's a 1v1, and that's a close combat. Almost the game off.
That is insane reactions coming from Sabri, and he wants to go for this fight. Does have a little bit of med kit. Well, he has 8 in actual fact, so she'll be able to save his life. But now you can see the cavalry is starting to arrive. The rest of Baby Argon will give cover. Sabri will be able to stay alive here.
Well, I'm not sure how long he could potentially last because there's 2 teams surrounding him as well. But Baku's trying to run for his life. He knows that he could potentially just cut across through the line that's being set up. And perhaps that will be the ticket for him to ride into his victory. But we're looking at D-Rex and the rest of Baby Argon having no mercy, and the rest of the members of OMR right down below. It's just going to be hard. I mean, X over on towards this outside, they've already known the position and immediately trades back.
Gunshots come through X-Rex. They need to start racking up those kill points. They do down Sabri. That's a big kill. Wow. And they kill him off as well. Wow, good play.
Like, the grows up from afar. I mean, that's some great control. You know the recalling that grows are. It's not so easy for you to actually connect all these shots from down below, but Remy 1 is out of the game already.
They only got 1 kill this game. That's not ideal, but this is Expert X. Their chance to make the difference, to find a little bit more ground, to get the kills, to just at least climb the ladder.
Oh man, we're just going to take a little bit of breather and really analyze the situation, because now safe zone's already closing in. D-Rex getting spotted out. Here comes No Mercy, showing what he's got, bringing up the glue walls, and D-Rex really needs to heal up because the safe zone is already here.
They need to. He just got pinned down just like that. D-Rex, no way to run. He's running deeper in the safe zone. He wants to at least suicide himself, I think.
I think it's not going to be a good way to end, but yep, he's taking himself out, but that damage has already connected, which means that D-Rex will be able to receive that knockout kill.
Straight away play down, but Argon traps. He wants to try and take out No Mercy. There is double glow walls coming through, but shot through the wall in the middle, the small little hole, and he got it through.
Oh my goodness, No Mercy paid for his life. He does not care where he gets knocked out outside because there's still 3 more members to carry this victory.
Same thing. Remember, it's all about those suicide, because even you get the Booyahs, it's all about those points. They only got 1 kill.
Oh my goodness. Expert X walks away with this Booyah, and you understood the game real well because they want to deny the points.
They got 1 kill, 50 points. They got 50 less points compared to Kamidewa, and that is how you play the game, right? You suicide, and that's how you sort of maximize the points.
Now, that's some 200 IQ plays from all across the teams. They understood that, you know, if you don't want them to win, you take yourself out.
I mean, you can see 50 points from Expert X. They do get the Booyah, but it just doesn't feel like a sweet victory at all. Kamidewa, 100 points with at least 4 kills. Baby Argon, 4 kills as well, 97 points. OMR Remy 1, this time only 34 points. So at least of the good news for Expert X, they do make up a little bit of ground on OMR Remy 1.
Same goes to Baby Argon right here. 97 points coming out 3rd place. Really close to Kamidewa. I think that this is a fantastic understanding of how the ranking system works, and this just goes to show that Expert X, even though getting that Booyah, they did not walk away with all too much, and potentially could have walked away with a little bit more, and hence Expert X, though they're getting the Booyah, will it be good enough? I mean, there's only 3 more games left. And
I don't know. I need to see the scoreboard. I feel like
Might
they
just be
made a
more.
little bit of they made ground to the leaders, but I think they lost a lot to the third and fourth placements because they just got such a big boost. They left out so many kills. I think there was at least 4 suicides that round. That means that's a potential of 80 points just gone.
Yeah, I mean that's a really huge burn, and if you were to convert 80 into dollars, I mean, you just watch your wallet like, oh man, that's really gonna hurt you a whole lot. But of course, we're gonna go straight in towards the highlights of match number 3 to really see what went down and what went right for some of all these teams that played out. And so we see most of these teams are on the central west side, and there was initiations coming in from the side of Remy 3, Remy 2, but Kamidewa, this was the fight that we're talking about.
Yep, they got a early advantage coming off, and straight away they made the kill. It was a clutch play coming from, and it was the early 4 kills that gave them so many points.
Yeah, this one was really interesting because Manja, he almost went in for the takedown, but over the back, they were just arrived, and Baby Argon secures not only one, right across Members of Love. They were just falling apart.
Yeah, but straight away, from this point, everyone was playing so safe. You could see 4 teams left alive, but only 10 players in this zone. And Kamidewa, the last member, he understood. He just needed to stay alive. And this was the first suicide here. If I'm not mistaken, Evo, he went down straight away. Means no extra 20 points. And this one as well, he managed to down him out. That was the only kill that they had here from Expert X.
Yeah, and like you saw, like they were trying to chase right outside the zone, and Pablo right down below. Not much that he could potentially do, and that's where Kamidewa saw that in the scoreboards, there's only about 2 teams left, including himself. He says like, okay,
that's the best he can do. There's no way he can go for more, and he didn't want to give extra 20 points for the 10 points that he would gain. So it was smart play coming out, but the question is, will it be enough? And Expert X, they do get the Booyah, but the points, it just doesn't reflect it.
It definitely doesn't reflect at all, and I feel like if we go at this rate, and they're just gonna try to outsmart each other. It's all about survival of the fittest, and if you're tough with the guns and you don't really outsmart opponents, then too bad for some of all these teams right there. And now that we're halfway mark, we gotta really take a chill pill and recuperate ourselves, and we're just gonna have a little bit of that commercial break coming our way, and we'll be back for game number 4.
To fight, to kill, and to destroy. Death shadowed every corner of the city. And now we have returned. This time, we're here to make up for our own mistake, to bring justice to the world, and to turn darkness into light. To fight, to kill, and to destroy. Death shadowed every corner of the city. And now we have returned. This time, we're here to make up for our own mistake, to bring justice to the world, and to turn darkness into light. Programmed to fight, to kill, and to destroy. Death shadowed every corner of the city. And now, we have returned. This time, we're here to make up for our own mistake, to bring justice to the world, and to turn darkness into light. Programmed to fight, to kill, and to destroy. Death shadowed every corner of the city. And now, we have returned. This time, we're here to make up for our own mistake, to bring justice to the world, and to turn darkness into light. Programmed to fight, to kill, and to destroy. Death shadowed every corner of the city. And now, we have returned. This time, we're here to make up for our own mistake, to bring justice to the world, and to turn darkness into light. Programmed to fight, to kill, and to destroy. Death shadowed every corner of the city. And now, we have returned. This time, we're here to make up for our own mistake, to bring justice to the world, and to turn darkness into light.
Hey guys, welcome back to the stream. And Contra is all ready to go because he's waving already. Welcome back to the stream, the Asia Invitational Malaysia Qualifiers. My name is Matthew and his name is Contra. Happy Merdeka weekend.
Are you gonna sing the national anthem already?
Because whenever you sing the national anthem, you need to stand up.
Yeah, we gotta
So
stand up.
we gotta respect that. Yeah, happy 62nd birthday, Merdeka. The 62nd
Independence Day.
Independence Day. Yeah, that's a better word. But to celebrate it, why not better with some fireworks?
Yeah,
on free fire shots.
That's right. I mean, like, we're gonna have our parade inside of Bermuda as well as Purgatory, but now it's round number 4, so we're heading in towards Purgatory. But let's have a look into the scoreboards and find out who's currently leading the pack, and it's still going to be OMR Remy 1.
Look, it's all about those kills. Imagine if those 3 people, instead of getting knocked down by the sucker, instead of falling to their deaths, it all went to Expert X. They would be sitting pretty on the top right now.
Yeah, I would totally agree. I mean, even Kami, they knocked themselves out. Then that's denial of 20 points. If they were given that 20 points, they were maybe just 11 points short as compared to OMR Remy 1. But it's going to be tough. Nobody's ever said it was easy to begin with.
Yep.
But this means that we're going to see a lot more battles coming from our top 6 Malaysian teams that are playing today. Now, I see a lot of all these teams such as Baby Argon as well as Kami Dewa already having about 200 over points to catch up. They need maybe about 200 more in the table. Is it achievable? I mean, if you want to get 10 kills, it's possible. It's really possible. We see it in game number 1.
But you need to start off quick. You cannot go for those slow starts. We saw it in the last game as well. Expert X, they were strong throughout. They constantly harassed a lot of damage, but they didn't get any kills. And because of that, they only got 1 kill at the end. Not enough points to catch up.
Yeah, but they walked away with the Booyah, like...
But it just
it's like, by right, it's like, yeah, you're the champion for the round, but, it's no time to celebrate yet because the hurdle does not end here. The hurdle doesn't end in one game until the very finish line on match number 6.
Yep. But I want to see how the rest of the teams, they start to adapt, because when you have more, better understanding of where you are in the league table, like what kind of strategies that you kind of need, right? If you are OMR Remy 1, you are Expert X, you're like, you know what, it's okay to not take those early fights. But if you're one of the guys that are at the bottom half of the table without that many points, like, hey, I kind of need to start stepping up the kills.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that they're trying to figure it out, and sometimes it's really difficult to find those angles right and care about teams that are coming from different sort of direction as well. So if you were to engage in that sort of scenario where you take one good fight and you lose the other traits, then you're just going to rake up maybe a maximum of 4.
I mean, just to remind everyone what they are playing for here, it's a spot in the Asia Invitationals. All the best teams across Asia, from Indonesia, from Thailand, everyone get it in one spot to play for that $50,000 US.
Whew, it's going to be a huge one, and it's all happening in Jakarta next weekend. So make sure you guys do catch out all the action.
You can even fly to Jakarta if you want to.
Exactly. I mean,
you know how to fly there?
Well,
using the free fire plane that we're about to see. Them.
Oh, definitely a great point, as we're going to take flight coming from the north point of Boathouse in towards the edge of Marblewood. Now, this is a very lopsided flight. I do assume a lot of all these teams will either go into Crossroads, Moat House, or even Marbleworks.
I think Moat House is going to be just a really popular area. Looks like only OMR Remy 1 wants to jump early on. Going over the Fuse looks like pretty slow game.
Wow. I mean, we're just going to see fights after fights because a lot of all these teams are getting clumped up towards the northwest section of the map. And we're talking about Marvelous being occupied by Kami, and the rest of them are just right across trying to swerve over onto his side of Brasilia as they're trying to get in towards the position. But look at Love. They're
Yep.
sharing the
No, no,
same
no.
compound with
Yep,
the side of OMR1.
That is going to be really, really important because whoever comes up early on in those early gunfights is going to mean a lot. And they know. Oh, no.
Oh, Emily going for the weapons. He's going to go in for the shotguns. Emily going in, trying to reload that one in the back. Baku still looking for those weapons. And my, oh my, here
Gunshots.
comes the shots being fired.
Oh, he's going the ring around the rosy. Just duck, dive, and dodge. Not going to work out. He clearly doesn't learn dodgeball.
I mean, even if you learn dodgeball, that's like bullets flying at quick speed. And there goes another side of Love. Dropping out like flies. That's going to be the turn one in the crosshair. And there's nothing much that he can do as he falls flat. No weapons whatsoever.
This
and Millie,
is
3 knocks.
triple kill in the hands. OMR Remy 1 straight away off the bat. They get 60 points to their name. And that's what I'm talking about, Contra. Early kills means so much.
Wow, I feel like Omar Remy 1 is just having the time of their life. And here comes Argon trading all the way back, looking for Mon.
no.
But Mon's going to have some cover.
He doesn't get any shots connected, and Argon is a sitting duck in this sniper tower. He needs to be careful. Oh, wait a second. Bottom right. Vouchers.
Oh my, this is just him just running out of ammo eventually. So he really needs to understand that he cannot simply trade against all these members right down below. Now, Remy 2, I guess he's just going to be waiting it out, and there's no point for him to pursue any further.
But you can see Baby Argon on the top side, actually just really, really near. Should be attracting a lot of attention onto those gunshots. They are going for the rush here, Contra.
Oh, here comes a little bit of push coming from Mon. Emily hopping off, and there's going to be a little bit of that push coming through, but Remy's just going to be having a little bit of those gunfire shot over his Mon, and this is going to be a takedown.
It's Baby Argon. Just another challenger has accepted. Remy, looks like Baby Argon actually picked up the final kill. This is going to be huge. This could be a huge, huge swing.
Oh, this is going to be a big turnaround, and well, Mama works in mysterious ways, and I feel like, you know, if you were to punish the team, you're going to punish back, and Manja, they're running off.
Oh yeah, but one more time, just want to highlight onto the bottom right of the screen, guys. You can pick up that code, 1 Diamond Royale voucher and 2 Street Couple boxes. Not too shabby for watching some Free Fire action.
Definitely going to be some good stuff. Who doesn't like free stuff? I mean, it's such a Malaysian thing.
Why don't we get free stuff?
I
Hello?
mean, we still got all these games to cast. And remember, this is limited to 100
I think it's
individuals
gone.
only.
I think it's gone already, by the way.
Yeah. I mean, by the time we end this game, we cannot even redeem it anymore, my friend.
Yeah, come on, guys.
So make sure, crack the code right open. And of course, there is more redemption codes if you guys reach some milestones. 1,000 viewers, 1,500 viewers, as well as 2K.
So I'm guessing we
You're gonna
reached
unlock
1,000
more
viewers?
Good stuff.
We reached 1,000 viewers? Wow.
I believe so. And
bad.
now we're just going to be seeing a lot more of those giveaways as you tune in further. So make sure you guys hit the like button and share it as well. So there's just going to be more great stuff for you guys to walk away with. But coming there right now, we're seeing them approaching the members of OMR. And Baku, he's not really having the time of his life, already being brought down to a nick of health left.
A nick of... Where do you learn that term, a nick of health?
I mean, like, you know, like a nickel is really
But
small.
I've never heard a nick of health.
I mean, like,
Just walk. This is a Malaysian broadcast. Take away. We don't use nickels, dude. You should say a
1
5 cent of health.
yeah, 5 cent. Okay, 5
You
cent.
walk away with your westernized slang, okay?
50 sen.
That 50. You don't even know what 5 cent is in Malay.
I mean, 50 sen is like 50.
It's so big.
But 5 sen is like, you know, like that close. But I feel like
but
there's a
his
little
health
bit more
was-
on him. There's a little bit more on him.
You need to step back and understand Malay again.
All right, all right. I guess like I really need to go back to school on this one. Sabri's gonna be finding that pickoff. Well,
Okay, a little
here
bit
comes-
more important things. Looks
Yeah.
like we have Baby Argon actually going fight against Kami Dewa. Remember, Baby Argon, one of the teams that is in contention for that top spot.
Yeah, we are looking at Juju. A little bit of grandson marching forward, making sure that they can negate sort of push coming from the side of Baby Argon. But there's a lot of pressure going on inside of Zuxin, trying to crack open some of these blue walls. And he's just spamming on that Thomas, hoping to actually take it down.
Oh no, it was Sabri. He wants to suppress fire. Now, here comes the shotgun. The Flying Dutchman. He wants to get it, but he doesn't get the connection. He needs to be careful. 28 health left. He's going to wrap her up. He gets one with 28 HP, and he gets the kill as well.
That was a huge rundown. There's more coming on his way.
One more, but no! He gets killed off by Traps. Good teamwork, and look at that. 6 kills.
6 solid kills, and this is what we're talking about. Team Baby Argon is catching up to the leaders of the pack, and they're just stepping up the A game because they understood we're going to reach the halfway checkpoint. They need to ramp it up, put the pedal to the metal, and now we're seeing only 3 teams left.
Consistency is key. That is what we need. But one more time, I'm not sure why, but every single time, Expert X, they are playing so safe. They're not getting any kills here, Contra.
Yeah, I mean, it's just going to be them losing out on those sort of points that we're seeing, but they wanted to make sure that they're always in the top 3 in a way, but it's not too difficult if you were to take some players off, but, you know, there's only potentially 3 teams to actually take down in that sort of scenario, and now that they're pretty much scattered across, there's a little bit of UAV zone on top of both of them.
Oh, they know. Traps like, yep.
Manja. He was just running across, coming in with the blue wall as well. So trying to strafe all the way back, getting trapped right under the crosshair of Traps himself.
Traps gets another one. That's 7 kills to Baby Argon. That's gonna mean so much more. Immediately gonna wrap around. He's trying to go for the rush here. Needs to be careful. Traps in open air. The shot, it doesn't connect. Puts up the glue wall in time. Talk about reflexes.
Reflexes are at its peak as we see Traps already securing 3 kills for the side of BA, and Durex is joining to the party as well, going for a wrap around left as well as right. And it's just going to be cutting across towards the back. They've already lost a couple of members there. They cannot afford to lose more.
They do have 2 more members here on the side of OMRME. 1, Traps. Oh no. Oh no. He's jumping. He's going for it into the face. But no, he doesn't get it. Traps, that is not allowed on stream. You cannot do that. Turn it off. He just took out the shotgun mid-air. He just said, you know what? I don't even want to kill you. I'll let my teammate finish off because I knew how good that shot was.
Wow. Wow. I mean, he had the advantage. He was peeking first. And the first shot was let out, did not take him down. And immediately the spray connects perfectly in time. And he didn't need that 2v1 to begin with. And that's just a little bit of an explosion to show what kind of superhero he is.
Yep. What man would he be?
I mean...
Traps man.
I'm pretty sure we can think of a better name.
Traps man.
Well,
traps his villains with his traps.
Well, if you were to call him Batman, it's actually legit as well.
That's some
copyright.
That's some copyright. Let's move on. Let's move on.
All right, B.A. Traps Man. So that's Bat Rap Man.
So what's his main ability, right? Like.
Well,
smart, super smart,
super smart,
super
hyper
rich.
reaction. We saw those crazy glue walls coming out. Like, well, if he were to meet the real Batman himself, I think he would be pretty proud.
All right, fair enough. Super rich.
Yeah, I mean, maybe if he wins those titles coming into the Asia Invitationals, maybe that would make him pretty much on par.
That's true. That's true. Ooh, but look at this though. Need to be careful because that's actually really near. And now, this is a chance for Expert X to rack up some points, but they are in a little bit of a disadvantage because they are in that low ground. And I think OMR Remy 3 has all the information here.
Oh my, it's just going to be tough to actually crack this one open in the case as we see all these guys right across, coming from the side of OMR, they're just playing a lot more passively. And they're trying not to drop any members at all, because even if you secure that 20 points, it's really vital for the side of Expert X. Now, we see a little bit of a slowdown in terms of pace coming from across the teams, because they're already considering how they will approach the final 3 games. Now, that's a ring of the alarm, and that will signal the safe zone closing in, and a little bit of return fire coming in from the side of Fallen as well.
They do have a couple of grenades in their back pockets. They can flush them out if they want to, but no mercy. Taking a lot of punishment. It's on his lonesome. That's a big mistake coming up. And look at that. 2 members of Expert X has fallen, and they need to get 4. Last one left. It's going to be 4, and this is a disastrous play coming up from Expert X.
Expert X definitely could have played that one better. What were they thinking? Going in for the rush while Pablo is being left all alone, but he's trying to take them down as well. Pablo fights 5 guys, and immediately goes in for the kill, and Baby Argo joining into the fray as well.
This is a big help for Pablo actually, because he gets a little bit of an extra base. UAV right on top of everybody. They see everything here. Who's gonna come on top? Esting going for the big rush. He does have 3 grenades in his back pockets. Pulls up the shotgun. He sees one. Jump shots to the lore. Not gonna land. Not gonna be enough. He's gonna rush it through actually.
That's gonna be some glue walls protecting them, cutting on the entry point. Oh my! Pablo's gonna find a kill, but Anchor being brought down to 1 slither of health left. And my oh my, it's just trades after trades after trades.
But no one is going down here, Contra. This is the big thing. Now, things are going to get heated up. This small little compound, the UAV is just circling down everyone. Esting will pick up another kill or another lockdown. 11 kills for Baby Argon.
Wow, this is a huge comeback we're talking about. And I was just mentioning about the double kill. Here goes Rami Tree. Wipe it now. Supercut guy's the last man to fall. Pablo's going in.
Pablo, can he be the hero his team needs? Glow Wall comes true for himself as well. He has a little time to reposition. The grenades come in. Katana's there, but no! Not this time. Expert X gets eliminated. It's going to be a 3v1 here. Baby Argon, 12 kills to the name. And looks like OMRME 1 does get eliminated as well. But that's still 12 kills for Baby Argon.
12 kills that we're talking about. 3 teams being slain away, and this is a huge Booyah. 2 in a row.
That's what you want to see, man.
Wow.
That's what you want to see. 270 points for Baby Argon this time around.
The rest of the teams don't even come close. The closest one ever is Remy 1. 80 points. Expert X slowly falling behind, and that was it coming in for game number 3. And I gotta say, this one, we did not see it coming at all.
Yep, but I mean, I want to see the scoreboard here, because I think Baby Argon should be in first place now.
I feel so as well. I mean, we talked about 200, but they almost raked 300 in this game. And if they were to secure the final few kills going in towards, the next fight, it seems like they took themselves out in a certain way. But it's still a big booyah for the side of Baby Argon, and they came out real strong. And taking this win is definitely making this a 3-way horse race.
Yeah, but the question is, Expert X, they have been lackluster in the couple of games. I think they have at least fallen off a little bit.
Yeah, I feel like the momentum is slowly shifting towards the other sort of the squads that really understood that they need to be proactive in terms of plays. And you saw how they were approaching the fight against OMR guys. Like, some of them were playing out on the outskirts, like getting ready for a couple of peaks or so. But some of them are kind of scattered. That's pretty much them already losing out on a lot of those advantage. But let's elaborate even further as we go into Game 4's highlights of the Free Fire Asia Invitational Malaysian Qualifiers.
Well, let's see really quickly. And just a quick recap. Everyone just landed on that top side of the map, the northwest side. That's why we saw some early fights here. And honestly speaking, OMR Remy 1 picked up some crucial early kills in the early game.
And when we talk about Remy 1, they consistently secure the first blood for at least 3 games in a row. And because of that, sort of hit start that they do have, they always get a little bit confident, and sometimes overconfidence is something that will not help. But look at how Baby Argon took this fight head-on inside Brasilia.
I mean, the one I want to see is the one in the bottom side, because I remember that Krabs super low, walked in, had Peeker's disadvantage, and still managed to get the kill.
Yep, we're talking about this, like, we saw Manja getting taken out, and eventually Ma was the first one to actually seeing it.
He went for it, the shots connected, but the shotgun was just way too strong.
That was him at his peak. Like, this guy just went storming through all the other members of Manja, and there's just no way that they could even react in time. I mean, you've got all the moment through the wall, and he not utilized that advantage.
Unfortunately. And Expert X, they thought this was the time that they could rack up some kill points, but unfortunately, OMR Remedy 3 stepping up.
Yeah, definitely stood up real strong, and Aztec had some great moments, but because he was hopping, losing off that recall control was a little bit of a loss cost for himself. But you see a little bit of trades outside by the farms to secure the Booyah for the side of Baby Argon. Taking this win is going to be really vital, but we're going to give our marshals as well as our production team a little bit of time for us to tabulate the results to find out who's currently sitting on top of the table, because we had this debate on whether or not OMR would still take the lead, but after this game, I'm really not sure who's sitting on top.
I have a feeling we have a new contender on the top side, but we'll have to find out after this short break. My name is Matthew. His name is Contra. You are watching the Asia Invitational Malaysia Qualifiers. When we come back, Game 5. See you in a bit.
To fight, to kill, and to destroy. Death shadowed every corner of the city. And now we have returned. This time, we're here to make up for our own mistake, to bring justice to the world, and to turn darkness into light. To fight, to kill, and to destroy. Death shadowed every corner of the city. And now we have returned. This time, we're here to make up for our own mistake, to bring justice to the world, and to turn darkness into light. programmed to fight, to kill, and to destroy. Death shadowed every corner of the city. And now, we have returned. This time, we're here to make up for our own mistake, to bring justice to the world, and to turn darkness into light. Programmed to fight, to kill, and to destroy. Death shadowed every corner of the city. And now, we have returned. This time, we're here to make up for our own mistake, to bring justice to the world, and to turn darkness into light. Programmed to fight, to kill, and to destroy. Death shadowed every corner of the city. And now, we have returned. This time, we're here to make up for our own mistake, to bring justice to the world, and to turn darkness into light. Programmed to fight, to kill, and to destroy. Death shadowed every corner of the city. And now, we have returned. This time, we're here to make up for our own mistake, to bring justice to the world, and to turn darkness into light. Programmed to fight, to kill, and to destroy. Death shadowed every corner of the city. And now, we have returned. This time, we're here to make up for our own mistake, to bring justice to the world, and to turn darkness into light. Programmed to fight, to kill, and to destroy. Death shadowed every corner of the city. And now, we have returned. This time, we're here to make up for our own mistake, to bring justice to the world, and to turn darkness into light.
Welcome back to the Free Fire Asia Invitationals Malaysia Qualifiers. My name's Contra. This is Matthew, bringing you in match number 5. Five. Now,
2 more games to go, and you know what? The score is getting closer and closer and closer, crippling on top. But with that being said, let's take a closer look at Contra. I have a feeling that we have a new leader.
Now it's time to find out as we hit into the scoreboard standing. Team Argon, like you mentioned, they got themselves 270 points. That's a really huge lead that they've got, and the rest of the teams don't even come close because they took out at least 3 full squads right there. One more ME1 getting knocked down to 2nd place, but just a little bit of catching up. At least maybe about 3 kills will do the trick to tie things up against Team Argon.
Yeah, I mean, coming into this, 2 more maps to go. Anything can happen. You know what? Even coming day 1 Malaysia, they can still come back, but they need 2 explosive games. Safe to say the top 3 is the ones that will be in contention to qualify into Jakarta next week.
Yeah, I guess like now that we're seeing all these really young and talented Malaysian squads going at each other, there's only going to be one. But so far, what was your favorite play and which team is it coming from?
I have to say, man, Baby Argon has impressed me a lot. You know, starting off very slow. I think they didn't even rack up any points in the first game. And the second game, they got a couple of kills here. But it was the 3rd and 4th game just blew off. Very, very good plays. They kept on flanking people, connecting the shots. That's why I really, really enjoy their gameplay. I want to see if they can bring it home.
Yeah, I really want to see who will be the one to take it all the way through. As we see, even Expert X, they were playing some fantastic rounds.
They need more kills, man. They need more kills.
They really need it, but of course, there were some denials. There were some sort of like kills being stolen by a third-party action as well. And there were times that they just got flanked. And of course, there is a little bit of warning to some of all these teams out there. There's no more suicidal attempts and all that. So we're just giving them a little bit of heads up. There's no such thing as teaming up or so.
So there are some cases, you know, we're not sure. We're just accusing, making sure that everything is as fair as possible. Sometimes they load them out and then they don't kill it to let someone else kill it out. That's not what we want. We want to make sure that the ones going over to Jakarta is the best team There is.
Yep, definitely. It's all down to skills. And now that we have all said and done, it's time that we head in towards our 5th game. This is the penultimate round.
Penultimate round, yes.
Really want to count it to it's the ultimate round, which will happen next. But we still have this story to tell because this is how the pages will slowly unfold as we take it in towards yet another flight. This time around, inside of Bermuda. Now, we've seen a lot of great plays all across Bermuda. Of course, Purgatory also offers a little different sort of action with the larger circumference of the map. And I feel like the gameplay definitely differs when we go into different maps.
Yep, I think so too. But I expect more early game exchanges coming in. I feel like everyone's just trying to try and land the hot places to make sure they get those early kills. They need those points. They need to rack it up. If not, it's going to be a big issue.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of these teams, you've already seen them already contesting for places like Observatory, Peak. These are the usual up for contention. But yep, if we're going to Purgatory, then we're going to see those sort of ski lot drop. But we're heading straight in towards our 5th game of the Free Fire Agent Invitational's Malaysian Qualifiers.
Now let's look at the flight path, and this time much more standard. Right across the map, right in the middle. If this was a slice of cake, it would be 50-50.
Yeah, definitely a great slice as it cuts across Bimusakti Strip, Peak, Catalysiwa, Graveyard, Pochino. Everything is up for grabs. And even teams who want to go to Cape Town for those really massive loots right across those containers, that's definitely available for OMR guys, which will be the very first one to actually head in towards that vicinity. While there are teams like Gamidewa heading towards the eastern side of Pachina, while Peak, as we expected, it's a lot of population going there.
Look at that. OMR Remy 2 going really far away. But Baby Argon, the team to beat at the moment, sitting pretty on the top of the leaderboard. They need to make sure they get some early kills, and they do. And oh my, this is a big pickup because that is Team NX.
Wow, that was a crazy flick. He turns it around, and now Sabri is down on the ground as well. As we see, Baby Argon, although there was a knockover in Sabri, they will be able to wipe it all clean.
And just like
Expert
that,
X.
Expert X, they lose 3 members. Fall Ed, he needs to make it count. Remember, they were in contention, but with something like this, I don't think they're sitting pretty anymore. They need to hope that their last surviving member can pull it through.
Oh no, I mean, members of Expert X, I was just complimenting them a little bit before the game started, and they merely took up the wrong fight.
Oh no, behind. He's coming for the backstab forward. He needs to be careful.
Oh, Argon's going to lose out Aztec, and he's dropping out pretty much early. So Man will be the first one from the side of OMR Remy 1 to be able to actually go in for the pickoff. He's got the MP40, spots out Fallen.
Oh no.
This might just be it.
He shot, but he didn't stood up. This is a big problem for him. Can he get it off? One more hit. He gets the kill. A big mistake coming up from Math. He could have actually just been the hero, but instead, he just flopped so hard. He needs to back off though. Evo's coming in. One more hit. Expert S, say goodnight. No chance.
Well, to be fair, if they were to actually go for the long run, at least he's going to be able to pick up a kill or 2, right? So I guess 20 point, he would settle for that. I mean, for X, definitely a huge blow. They're sitting out of this game, which means their only hope is to play in the very final round.
Yeah, they need to make sure the last game is a crazy one.
Oh, yeah. I mean, if we're looking at the current standing, Argon already gotten 3 kills and 1 over the side of OMR1. And this means that there's already 60 on the side of Baby Argon.
Yep.
And 20 over the other end. I feel like if they were to actually contest some of the other teams from across the map, it would possibly be, might just be another 200-point gap for them to actually chase.
But you know what? It's all down to Baby Argon. They are just performing so well this time. At OMR 1, they do have 2 kills as well, so they are wrecking things up. They are getting those points. You can see they're going for those aggressive rotations. They want to find people. They want to shoot them off.
Yeah, we see Remy 1 already understanding that they are in that desperation mode already, and here comes Kami right across. I feel like this is just going to be a lot of areas for coverage over on peak. This spot right here offers quite a decent amount of loot, but it's the sort of angles that you can actually get across the central zone.
Yeah, so far so good though. Like they just want to be in this high zone, like you mentioned, making sure that they can see everything. But in that sense, they need to be careful as well, because if they just drop their position, they're gonna get aimed down from almost every single angle.
Yeah, I mean, like when we're looking towards the first phase, it's just going to be, Team M5, OMR, Love over on the top side here, having a really rough spot to actually rotate. And if they were to cut across Bimisak the strip, they're going to be bumping over onto OMR 1. And that's definitely not going to look good. And a lot of times, for the past couple of rounds, both of these teams have been battling each other. And it's always OMR 1 that comes up on top.
Yeah, I mean, every single time. But interestingly enough, this time OMR 2 and OMR 3, they're really far away from the zone. So they're making sure that they don't give away any cheap kills. OMR 1 already 1 member down with Math getting killed off by that small little mistake against Expert X early on.
Yeah, I guess like Expert X really took things way too hastily. Like I felt like they were not really ready. They don't really have the right weaponry as of yet, and a lot of all these things were snatched away in the blink of an eye. And Baby Argon definitely came up really strong. And now we're seeing Team Kami Dewa. Already, we've talked about the possibilities of them getting up ahead. They need the Monsters game. They need that sort of game that Baby Argon had in the previous round. Then maybe we'll see that 4-way horse race. But, in that sort of horse race now, it's kind of like tied into 2.
Yeah.
Because of how the members of Pink Lady, also, of course, now known as
Expert X.
Expert X, just having the worst run that they could ever have in the most crucial moment.
Yeah, but the thing is, for now, it's still going to be pretty interesting because 2 teams left alive. You have to look, and this is the exact 2 teams that you need to watch out for. It's Baby Argo and OMR Remy 1. They are running directly straight into each other's paths. Who is going to blink first?
Oh my. I think Baku don't really get the angles right.
Oh,
I think they spot out Durex.
Yeah, they spot up Durex. Once again, it's the first line of defense, and he goes straight into it. No. Durex finds the information, buys the knowledge. They scout him out. OMR Remy 1, Argon, who's going to come on top. This is effectively the fight for first place.
Oh, they're running right past members of Baby Argon, and immediately
traps.
Baku's gonna get the trap set up right upon it. He's running around, and that's gonna be a glue wall being popped up. But 50% of the health is being chunked away.
Yep, he has no grenades as well, so he can't flush anyone else here. Traps needs to be careful because Evos is right behind him, but he knows it. Oh, he comes up, pulls up the gun. The 5 shots is that 70 health. He gets the kill! 19 HP. He says, yep, that's all planned, all calculated. He gets the kill. That's another one now. OMR Remy 1 gets eliminated by Baby Argon. 6 kills to the name.
That was some bait and switch because they got them trapped inside of the clock town. And I mean, I felt like they definitely had this one way too much of a rush. Like they just storming right in towards the middle, not expecting members to be wrapping around the outskirts of the clock tower. And this is a little bit of that mistake that they committed into this sort of fight. And now that we see them drop out, well, I guess like Baby Argon takes the biggest of leaps.
Now this is going to be key. How many kills are they going to get? Or will this be Kamidewa killing off every other member? This is their chance to shine. If they can go and rack up those kills, it will mean a lot. But look at this though. OMR Remy 2 in the vicinity of the clock tower. They want to revenge. They want to avenge their fallen brothers.
Well, all these sibling rivalries also happen a whole lot between those OMR 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah.
But, having OMR 1 being removed, well, this is going to have a little bit of that kit right there.
Yeah, just gonna repair back his armors, no problems whatsoever. But now it's all down to those gunshots. Maybe Argon gonna reposition themselves on top of this hill, but they have to be careful because OMR Remy 3 is already in that vicinity.
It's just going to be a little bit difficult for them to actually commit to any sort of a team fight right now. When Baby Argon immediately swerves all the way towards the eastern side, and they might just be able to actually spot out some of the members from OMR guys right down below. Traps is all by himself, though. I mean, if he were to go in for that harsh commitment, we see members of the side of OMR guys already leaving the zone, so he might just go in for the catch.
They do have the information. They're scouting things out. Traps, they know about this. You can see buying the information. Guys, is right behind the gunshot. The Scar not connecting enough. And now his position is all exposed. He needs to be careful here. The rest of Baby Argon is so far away.
Oh my god, just lobbing some nades, and here comes Argon Durex as well, trying to bring all these utilities out from the side of OMR guys. And a lot of ghouls being put down, and looks like Mine is trying to catch over on the side of Sabri, but he will still survive.
Durex, no more Glow 1, no more Glow 1. His health is just dropping, and he gets knocked down straight away. 2 members left from Baby Argon. Traps, can he be the hero? Can he go for a big flank once again? Pulls out his gun, he lets it rip, but not enough. He only pulls one off. The Glue Wall immediately. UAV doesn't really care. He tries for the 1v2 Glue Wall from Sabri. He wants to get at least one down, but he gets flanked away. He's jumping, ducking, stacking, and he gets shut down. OMR Remy 3 gets 3 kills, and Baby Argon is out.
Baby Argon have their lives taken off, and Remy 2's coming in as well. Kamidewa having some long range trade off. Choo-Choo's getting knocked off, and there's just 3 members to fight it off by the corners of Factory. But look at Love, they're trying to go in with this long range attempts, and here comes Zuxin. Zuxin's coming right through.
In for the flank, OMR Remy 2. They want to get the kill here, and Love Argon will be able to come back on me. Here comes the grenades, gonna launch it off, just gonna flush them out, and he gets the finish onto the kill there. Quite a nice little finish.
Yeah, that's some great stuff coming out from the side of OMR, just getting themselves a couple of kills, and Kamidewa already having that 2 deficit right here. They're just gonna cap it out inside of the factory and wait for that hot pursuit. Maybe they can punish them from the high angles on top of those floors that they have inside of the factory.
So Kamidewa, if they want to have a chance to make this a 3-horse race with their name in the ballot, they need to make sure they get all those 8 remaining kills. But it's not as easy as it looks.
Yeah, definitely getting more complex. As you see, Remy 2, Remy 3 coming pretty strong in towards match number 5, because they really want to tie things up with their brothers as well. Remy 1 was one of the first few to fall, but of course, Expert X was the one that takes the least amount of points in this game.
To be honest, OMR Remy 1, they only get 2 kills as well. It's only 40 points. They're going to lose a lot of ground over to Baby Argon. But let's focus at the end of this game. The scoreboard will be shown after this. Let's see who brings home the Booyah.
Yeah, we talk about Booyah, and now the top 3 teams having 10 total lives on the table.
Love Argon, you're making a lot of noise here. Does he not know? Does he not know? Well, he doesn't know. The pan is out, but he gets the safety. Shot it out. He gets the attribution. I do not believe it. Baby Love Argon, he gets the wall as well. What is happening here? He's just dancing with death. He's just playing with fire.
I mean, he plays it to his best of abilities, and he's immediately he's saying, "I'm the firebender right here." And Kami Right, they were.
Okay.
I don't feel anything at all.
This-
You may be gods, but we are the kings.
This is the new game mode of Free Fire Tower Defense. Kimmy all by himself. He needs to defend this tower correctly. It's 1v8 at the moment. So
Well,
let's see whether he can bring it home.
You know, like when you talk about Kimi, I thought about the animated movie Kimi no Nawa. But if he were to drop right here,
You're
he
talking-
becomes Kimi no Nyawa. Sorry, bad puns, but yeah, I had to do it. But it's not to say that I don't support him, but Kimi, he had the chance.
You see, your joke
he
was
didn't take it.
Your joke was so bad they didn't want to kill him, so they all walked away from him.
Well, at least the production team did.
This is more interesting
Yeah.
than your jokes.
Oh, that's for sure. But here comes the glue walls coming right across from OMR Love. More Love just marching forward. This is just going to be guys just finding themselves in the predicament here because they are kind of getting outnumbered. But here comes the
Into the face here, and the long range shots doesn't connect. The glow wall will come through. Does have some extra protection. However, remember, looks like OMR Love 2. Yeah, not down just yet. The headshots comes through. Another one gets fallen out. A lot of knocks, but no one killed off just yet.
Yeah, we're seeing two OMR teams already understanding how they would approach those fights. OMR Remitry will be able to secure those killing spree, and that's a triple that we're talking about. As Remitry having Aiko going in for the wraparound. This is just going to be a huge one. Oh, that's a couple of shots over the back though, trading back.
It's close here. They do have the glow wall buying himself a little bit of time. You can see he's just getting wrapped around here. OMR Remitry, they are playing so well this time around. A quadri kill. They won one more. They know his positioning. And now it's all down to these two members. Kimmy, can he be the one to savage some points? But Love Argon going 1v1. Mano in mano. The grenades are there. Not going to land onto anyone, I think. Oh, coming Dewa got suicided there.
Oh,
I don't know whether that's a mistake coming true, but we'll have to see in the replay. Let's focus on this fight here. Love Argon 1v4. Can he do it?
1 versus 4. This is definitely a tall order, but he has to try anyways. Now, he's got Galani, and he's got a lot of those armor expertise over on his side, but a lot of taps over the back, though. They already spotted him out.
It's a warning shot coming through. Does have med kits, only one more to go. Does have the traps, grenades, only one. Not a lot of utility.
Oh, it's just going to be really tough. He's cutting around the corners, and he spots out Aiko guy, really having those bullets being spammed out, and that's not going to be able to actually land anything at all. Doing a little bit of parkour action, a little bit more coming from the side of Aiko, and this is the victory round, the Booyah, for the side of OMR Remitry.
They got 10 kills that game.
10 kills!
I don't know. I think they got 10 kills.
Did they really get 10 kills?
Let's see. But you know what? Congratulations on Remy. Oh, 7 kills.
Oh, yeah. Maybe you added that Remy too alongside with 3, so that makes up 10, but it doesn't work that way, my friend. 170 in the hands of Remy 3, Remy 2, 80. That's like, you know, about double.
Double the points. I want to see how this phones out. But the main one you need to look out for is Baby Argon. Look at that. 134 points. Well. They are in pole position to qualify.
Definitely in pole position. And one more great round will be able to shoot them a straight one-way ticket to Indonesia. And that will be the Free Fire Asia Invitationals in Jakarta coming up right next. But, of course, still one more game to go.
Yeah, but it's
before
not done yet.
Not
done
flight,
yet.
maybe.
Yeah. Maybe they they can process it. Don't buy the flags yet. They can choose their flags for now.
It's like, okay, I think I got my passport around. Like, hold up a minute. Like,
start looking for a passport. Make sure your passport is not lost.
Yeah. Well, it reminds me of some sort of incident that I had. But of course, if they haven't renewed their passport, they could do so in the immigration department. But now that we're having Game 5 concluded, let's have a look into the highlights for match number 5.
Let's see how the game started to go here. And once again, the flight path very equal. Everyone was going straight down the middle. No problems there whatsoever. But look at this. The gunshot. Baby Argon. We said it. Expert X, they needed to play an aggressive early game. They tried it. It didn't work out.
Yeah, definitely it was a rough run. But that flick, though, like, that was a quick the scope coming in as well as we see Expert X. Although they were having only one member left on Fallen, they still approached with the kill. They understood even if they survived long enough for, you know, that sort of position, it wouldn't possibly be any good at all. But Remy 1 just sprays down that body and make sure that, hey, we know that you guys represented Malaysia before, but this time around, Remy 1 wanted to take it all the way.
Yep, no, coming true. Here, Traps played really well here. He was caught out here, and he managed to win the gunfight as well. You can see Baby Argon just starting to slowly ram into the game.
Yeah, I guess like they're running a little bit low in that sort of scenario, but let's see how Baby Argon approached this. I mean, that was straight up a couple of inches away from each other, and they missed a lot of all those spray down, and this is where Sabri went ahead for that 1v2 scenario, brings out that glue wall in time, but it's just way too much for him to handle. Like, Sabri, there's only so much he can take.
Yep, in the end of the day, it was really good play coming out from OMR. And look at this. Love Argon is keeping that not once, but twice.
I mean, he just definitely tangled it up and said, oh, no hassles at all. We know that Kimi's up there, but he'll be able to deal with that as well. And eventually, they make a top 3, but my guy right here really bought enough time to actually push it all the way.
Yeah, they're coming true. Really straightforward here. Quadri kills. It was a really hot game for OMR ME3. You can see the grenade here. I think a little bit of mistimed grenade. I'm not really sure what happened there. So, yep. Coming true. Congratulations to OMR Remy 3 taking out the Booyah and 7 kills.
Yeah, that is a huge leap that we're talking about for OMR Remy 3, raking up a total of 170 points. And now we need a little bit of a time to actually stack up all of these scores that we have. So make sure you guys stay tuned for our very final game of the Free Fire Asia Invitationals Malaysia Qualifiers. So in a couple of minutes, we'll be right back.
To fight, to kill, and to destroy. Death shadowed every corner of the city. And now we have returned. This time, we're here to make up for our own mistake, to bring justice to the world, and to turn darkness into light. To fight, to kill, and to destroy. Death shadowed every corner of the city. And now we have returned. This time, we're here to make up for our own mistake, to bring justice to the world, and to turn darkness into light. every corner of the city. And now, we have returned. This time, we're here to make up for our own mistake, to bring justice to the world, and to turn darkness into light. Programmed to fight, to kill, and to destroy. Death shadowed every corner of the city. And now, we have returned. This time, we're here to make up for our own mistake, to bring justice to the world, and to turn darkness into light. Programmed to fight, to kill, and to destroy. Death shadowed every corner of the city. And now, we have returned. This time, we're here to make up for our own mistake, to bring justice to the world, and to turn darkness into light. Programmed to fight, to kill, and to destroy. Death shadowed every corner of the city. And now, we have returned. This time, we're here to make up for our own mistake, to bring justice to the world, and to turn darkness into light. Programmed to fight, to kill, and to destroy. Death shadowed every corner of the city. And now, we have returned. This time, we're here to make up for our own mistake, to bring justice to the world and to turn darkness into light. Programmed to fight, to kill, and to destroy. Death shadowed every corner of the city. And now we have returned. This time, we're here to make up for our own mistake, to bring justice to the world, and to turn darkness into light. Programmed to fight, to kill, and to destroy. Death shadowed every corner of the city. And now we have returned. This time, we're here to make up for our own mistake, to bring justice to the world, and to turn darkness into light. Programmed to fight, to kill, and to destroy. Death shadowed every corner of the city. And now we have returned. This time, we're here to make up for our own mistake, to bring justice to the world, and to turn darkness into light. Programmed to fight, to kill, and to destroy. Death shadowed every corner of the city. And now we have returned. This time, we're here to make up for our own mistake, to bring justice to the world, and to turn darkness into light. programmed to fight, to kill, and to destroy. Death shadowed every corner of the city. And now we have returned. This time, we're here to make up for our own mistake, to bring justice to the world, and to turn darkness into light. Programmed to fight, to kill, and to destroy. Death shadowed every corner of the city. And now we have returned.
Welcome everybody to the Free Fire Asia Invitationals Malaysia Qualifiers, and we're down to a very final round, and let the flags fly up high in Indonesia because we're sending one of them into Jakarta to play the Asia Invitationals, and it will be only one team. Matthew, we're about to find this one out, but before that, let's bring up the scoreboards. Well, of course, he's miming for a little bit, but let's break it down. We're seeing Team Argon right on top.
I wanted to try to not speak until the start, but you couldn't do it. I was upset, but yep, Team Argon, what a display. Now, they have 130, sorry, math's not my strong point. 130 point lead over OMR Remy 1 Expert X. They are still in a shout, but the main thing is they need to perform. I think the top 3 teams are the closest one to actually have a chance. They have to make sure that, hey, they need to perform well. Team Argon, they just need to make sure they're doing what they do.
Yeah, and Remy 1 is just short of about 120 points or 30 points in that sort of a scenario. And now we're seeing Argon already extending that lead because of the game that they have, that massive round with total of 6 kills. It's just going to shoot them up top, and if they were to have another one, it's just going to be another great victory run for them and coming with the Booyah. But man, oh man.
I mean, this is it, right? The final round. We know who's going to have a chance to qualify. I think it's going to be a big bloodbath, but who will be the ones to wave the flag in Jakarta, Indonesia next weekend? Just to remind everyone, the top team from today's qualifiers will represent Malaysia, waving the Jalo Gemilang.
That's right. And of course, I think whoever is wielding the flag will definitely do as proud. That's for sure. And we hope them all the best in getting those booyahs, as well as hopefully getting that top prize of 50 grand US dollars. I mean, 50,000, if you convert it to ringgit, that's like 200,000 ringgit.
Good, quick math.
Yeah.
Quick math there. Good job.
Yeah, I mean, depends on the conversion rate as well.
Let's not go there. That's a whole other topic for us to touch on. But of course, we are into this final map here. Now, what are you expecting? Slow, steady, or just quick and rapid fire?
I think it's going to be some rapid fire rounds because teams, they want all to make sure that they get those flight tickets in as we slowly get ourselves in towards the very final round. I know you guys are excited. You guys have been waiting for this moment. You guys have been cheering on all these favorite teams. And of course, thank you for dropping in onto the stream. And I hope you guys have already claimed some of these codes. And speaking of codes there, if you guys made that 1,500 viewers mark, there's gonna be another code being released out there, so make sure you guys share it as there's still time. Of course,
final round.
Yeah, about 20 minutes of action, that's for sure. So you guys will be seeing one of the best in Malaysia coming up on top. And Matthew, we were seeing all these teams racing out for the win, but now it's time to get in the game because we got our very final round in Purgatory.
The final map. Who is going to come out on top? It all starts from here. Who is going to represent Malaysia at Jakarta next week? Let's find out as we load into the map and see the flight path. Not the most equal one, I have to say.
Yeah, having a little bit of lopsided flight towards the northwest section of the map, heading off from Fire Brigade all the way to the crossroads, and I guess crossroads is where they might collide. We see a lot of northern drops, but maybe the south as well as the central area will receive a little bit of love.
3 squads straight away, just jumping up. 4 squads, even Kami Dewa jumping up so early on. Looks like nobody wants stuck at a crossroads.
Yeah, we see the OMR guys is just folding alongside with No Mercy's OMR side as well. But Kami, they were already on the 4th place. They are quite a myriad of points short, but they definitely caused a lot of stir in terms of the positioning of the top 3.
Now it's all down to Baby Argon and as well as OMR Remy 1. Those are the 2 teams that we need to keep a lookout here. Ooh, good landing coming out from Kami Dewa. Immediately picks up the Scar. Oh, sorry, the UMP. I'm sorry, I saw that wrongly. They do have quite a bit of positioning here.
4 teams next to each other. I think by the end of it all, we're only going to be down to a top 3. So let's have a go at it as we see Kami Dewa having La Raza on that UMP. Spots himself with Farmers as well.
Quick one.
Okay, let's reveal them. Talking about the corners of the wall. Traps. We know what he could possibly potentially pull up. Oh! 15 HP Babe dropped out, and La Raza having the sofa to protect himself. My, oh my, some great plays, but he's not going to let him lose.
Wow.
But La Raza managed to sprint off.
That's a quick play there. Good play coming from Kami Dewa. Didn't manage to actually find any kills there. Also, Baby Argon would have hurt them. Remember, they are the ones to beat. They need to make sure they don't go down and immediately just bring that one. La Raza, first blood outside of Baby Argon. Going to help their points total a hell of a lot for this game. But they need to be careful here. Kami Dewa just hiding in this sense, trying to go for the big spectacular. They get 1. Can they get 2? Yes, they do. They get all 4 teams. 4 kills for Baby Argon. What a start. And that is just putting themselves on the map for this game. That could be their tickets to Jakarta punched.
Oh, yeah. I mean, we're talking about 80 solid points here, but you cannot count them out yet. There's still OMR 1. OMR 1 is still pretty close by.
They need to go bonkers.
At least to take down 3 teams. And
they need
maybe starting off with Baby Argon.
They need to kill everyone. They need to kill everyone.
They literally had to kill everyone. Like, we're talking about 3 of these teams. And if Baby Argon snatch at least 1 more kill, that's the ticket to ride.
Oh, ticket to ride.
Yep. Of course, I'm not sure if you heard about the board game.
Yeah, but I was like, wait a second, that's really familiar.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a fan of board games myself.
Imagine there's a Free Fire board game. Ooh.
Oh, I mean,
Garena,
how is that gonna work though?
You roll the dice. If it's 3 to 6, you put up. There's so many elements, right? Like 3 to 6, you land, you hit your shots, and then the guy I'm shooting at, you can throw a dice. If it's 2 to 4, you put a glow wall down.
Oh, okay. I mean, like
really
maybe like each time you roll a dice, you get a card. And like that works a little bit better.
Garena, I know you're listening. Just pay us a small sum of $1 million.
A small sum. I mean,
a small loan of $1 million.
Then we'll develop that for you. Maybe. Just I don't.
If you give me that, I'll do it.
Of course, jokes aside, we're gonna see more action coming in from the side of Remy 1. Baby Argon's going at it, and it's between 2 of these teams.
Oh no, this is huge.
Going for it. Oh!
OMR Remy, they need to win this. They do take down 1 member. They're going for this. But Evas gets taken out. Baby Argon, they kill off. It's a 1-for-1 exchange here. OMR Remy.
Remy's gonna go in for the blows. He spots out Aztec
Aztec, 1 more shot. But no, he gets behind the wall fine. Baby Argon traps. Here we go. The shotgun doesn't connect. He doesn't get the kill. He needs to be careful here. But no! From behind, he gets the flag through. And Traps gets taken out as well.
Oh my goodness, look at Aztec's health. It's
Sneaky.
only 40.
Sneaky.
And here comes Remy!
OMR Remy 1, they get Baby Argon down. This
What?
could be it. I do not believe it, Contra. I do not believe it. There is no better way to write the script. They need to kill off every single member left in this server to stand a chance.
But remember,
qualify.
Manja has been eliminated by Baby Argon.
Oh, one extra
That's
point.
one extra point in their hands. That will mean a total of 100
Oh
points
my
being
God.
stacked up, and including that rank point.
Look at it. Let's see. They have 5. Oh, they need everyone. They need to kill
literally
everyone.
need everyone.
There's 8 members left on the server. OMR Remy 1, 2, and 3.
But can they make the cut? Well, maybe they
Oh,
need to take
no.
down Super Cut.
Oh, they need to take down every single member here.
I don't know if that is even possible without losing all of your teammates. Like, we've seen it happen before, but now that we're talking about top 3 and Billy going in for some fights, Ico guys already having a little bit of those bullets sent their way. But, you know, Brasilia, you can actually zip right across if there's any sort of danger at all. But here comes Ma, just having a little bit of hop closer and closer towards the side of OMR guys.
Man does get tagged a little bit, down to 17% health. Ooh, down
Wow.
to 8 HP. Does get behind the wall just in time. We'll be able to heal up, no problems whatsoever.
Yeah, that's a big oof. But we're looking at Baku, who's just having a different sort of angle, trying to pick off Ico, and Supercut just trying to find Man. But they're not really giving themselves out from the corners of the wall. They've already seen those peaks, so there's no point for that re-engagement. But Man's still gonna try, because Remy 1, we know how this one's gonna be ending up if they don't get any of those points at all.
They need those kills. They need to play aggressive because they need to make sure they engage before the other teams engage each other. So that's a time-sensitive thing. You can see Man now making his way up and about. We'll try and scout somebody out. I think he sees him. Oh, he saw him. He saw him.
Oh, there goes Mastermind, just waiting right outside. Having a little movement coming from Anchor.
They're going for the rush. They're going for the rush. And there you go. Mine does get taken out straight away. Man does pick out another extra 20 points. Oh, my one is the kill leader at the moment.
Echo.
And another one. Echo. He's going to be down to only 5% HP.
Anchor.
He's going to get taken up away. Baku, can he finish off everybody in the server?
Oh, Ico's going to be brought down. There leaves only Super Cut guys.
Oh,
and
no.
he's just loitering around. He wants to go in for the save. But Ico, he does not know.
no.
Here comes the shotgun.
And OMR Remy 3 does get taken out. It's going to be a 4v3. Can they pull it through here?
8 kills already in the back. And now it's down to the opposition as well. OMR Remy 1 is doing the unthinkable. But here comes OMR Love just marching right across. Now, they've already heard all these noises, and they're getting ready. But, you know, this will be dramatic if these sister teams were to take each other out.
They jump, they see it, the spot, the information is there. They do have the high ground. They're jumping pretty fairly here.
Oh.
And now, here comes the gunshots. The shotgun comes through. Glow Wall, immediately, a good sort of cover play coming out. Ma, he's going for the rush here. He does have the shotgun as well. The M114,
There we go.
would it be enough? Glow Wall in between. Who's going to come on top? The shotgun comes through. They get the kill onto Rizwan. Now, it is a 3v3 situation here, Contra.
And this 3v3 is just gonna be real intense. Slupsinichi is down on the ground right in front of Ma, and then he's just gonna secure the kill eventually. But here comes the charge. They're taking down all these members of
Nine
Love.
kills. Can they make it 11? 2 more left on the server. Ma going for the rush. The glow is there. They know where this last member is. They're just jumping. They're just hunting him. And now I think that's going to be it. And there is the OMRM2 getting eliminated. 12 kills to their name. The Booyah going over to OMRM1. But is it enough?
240 points worth of kills that we're talking about here.
I think
And
it's enough.
It might just be. I don't really know. I mean, 270 including the Booyah.
I think it's enough.
I think
It
this
is
is great.
12 to 5 kills. I'm not sure. I'm not a mathematician. I think we're going to go for a really, really quick cutoff there. 140 points. So let's count the difference of this game, right? It's 156.
156.
Was the difference close enough?
I felt like it should be really, really close, but we're about to find out. We're going to wait for those score lines to eventually conclude a very final game.
Oh,
as we
there you
see
go. That's us.
a little bit of that sort of numbers. I'm not too sure. Got my eyes blank for a moment right there. But of course, thank you very much for bringing us back on the cameras. So, Matthew,
Yeah.
we've seen and witnessed all the really close calls, and the defining moment of this match is definitely the battle between OMR1 as well as Team Baby Argon.
I don't know. It's gonna be close. It's all down to the small nitty gritty details. Who is gonna come on top? Honestly speaking, Baby Argon, even if they don't qualify, they have showed a remarkable game throughout the whole 6 games. I think they performed the best.
Yeah, they definitely stood out. Especially, they didn't really have the best of game number 1.
Yeah, that's
but
true. But
game number 2 onwards, it's great.
But you have to admit, commemorate OMRME 1. They played super well game 1 and game 6, killing off so many members and getting the Booyah as well. It was extremely close. I'm not sure who is going to come out on top in that series. Who's going to be able to represent Malaysia in Jakarta next week?
That's right, and I'm really looking forward to that. But now, the suspense is kind of
Killing you?
me in a way. Like, I mean, I'm still alive. Maybe not when I'm fighting against these guys inside of Purgatory or Bermuda, but before that, we're catching all the highlights of the match, all the kills that you guys might have missed back into the Purgatory round that we go.
And this time I really liked the opening here. They understood that, hey, Baby Argon, they needed some kills, and they managed to take out Kamidewa early on, killing off traps. It was really well played here. Baby Argon needed those 5 kills. If these 5 kills made the difference, they would just be counting their blessings. But this was the main fight here. Baby Argon killing off 1 member. Unfortunately, the rest wasn't there to fall. Trap down so many members, but he just couldn't finish off the players.
Yeah, I think like this sort of moment, it could have been anyone's sort of game, but Remy 1 came out on top, and here comes another challenger coming in the form of OMR guys. But OMR guys were trying their best. They were the closest to actually take down some of these members of Remy 1, but by the end of it all, they managed to snatch not 1, not 2, but a total of 12 points. But yep, we're just gonna go in with the Booyah, ending it in the hands of OMR Remy 1.
Oh, well, good play. But is it enough? That is the question. We gotta put in the numbers in our calculator, make sure everything's okay. But before that, before we bring you the final score, we're gonna go on a really short break. So don't go anywhere, because we have the epic conclusion. Who manages to represent Malaysia for next week's Asia Invitationals in Jakarta next week? My name is Matthew. His name is Contra. And when we come back, the final episode, the scoreboard.
To fight, to kill, and to destroy. Death shadowed every corner of the city. And now we have returned. This time, we're here to make up for our own mistake, to bring justice to the world, and to turn darkness into light. shadowed every corner of the city. And now, we have returned. This time, we're here to make up for our own mistake, to bring justice to the world, and to turn darkness into light. Programmed to fight, to kill, and to destroy. Death shadowed every corner of the city. And now, we have returned. This time, we're here to make up for our own mistake, to bring justice to the world, and to turn darkness into light. Programmed to fight, to kill, and to destroy. Death shadowed every corner of the city. And now, we have returned. This time, we're here to make up for our own mistake, to bring justice to the world, and to turn darkness into light. Programmed to fight, to kill, and to destroy. Death shadowed every corner of the city. And now, we have returned. This time, we're here to make up for our own mistake, to bring justice to the world, and to turn darkness into light. Programmed to fight, to kill, and to destroy. Death shadowed every corner of the city. And now, we have returned. This time, we're here to make up for our own mistake, to bring justice to the world, and to turn darkness into light. Programmed to fight, to kill, and to destroy. Death shadowed every corner of the city. And now, we have returned. This time, we're here to make up for our own mistake, to bring justice to the world, and to turn darkness into light. Programmed to fight, to kill, and to destroy. Death shadowed every corner of the city. And now, we have returned. This time, we're here to make up for our own mistake, to bring justice to the world, and to turn darkness into light. Programmed to fight, to kill, and to destroy. Death shadowed every corner of the city. And now, we have returned. This time, we're here to make up for our own mistake, to bring justice to the world, and to turn darkness into light. Programmed to fight, to kill, and to destroy. Death shadowed every corner of the city. And now, we have returned. This time, we're here to make up for our own mistake, to bring justice to the world, and to turn darkness into light. fight, to kill, and to destroy. Death shadowed every corner of the city. And now we have returned. This time, we're here to make up for our own mistake, to bring justice to the world, and to turn darkness into light. Programmed to fight, to kill, and to destroy. Death shadowed every corner of the city. And now we have returned. This time, we're here to make up for our own mistake, to bring justice to the world, and to turn darkness into light. Programmed to fight, to kill, and to destroy. Death shadowed every corner of the city. And now we have returned. This time, we're here to make up for our own mistake, to bring justice to the world, and to turn darkness into light. Programmed to fight, to kill, and to destroy. Death shadowed every corner of the city. And now we have returned. This time, we're here to make up for our own mistake, to bring justice to the world, and to turn darkness into light. Programmed to fight, to kill, and to destroy. Death shadowed every corner of the city. And now we have returned. This time, we're here to make up for our own mistake, to bring justice to the world, and to turn darkness into light. Programmed to fight, to kill, and to destroy. Death shadowed every corner of the city. And now we have returned. This time, we're here to make up for our own mistake, to bring justice to the world, and to turn darkness into light. Programmed to fight, to kill, and to destroy. Death shadowed every corner of the city. And now we have returned. This time, we're here to make up for our own mistake, to bring justice to the world, and to turn darkness into light. Programmed to fight, to kill, and to destroy. Death shadowed every corner of the city. And now we have returned. This time, we're here to make up for our own mistake, to bring justice to the world, and to turn darkness into light. Programmed to fight, to kill, and to destroy. Death shadowed every corner of the city. And now we have returned. This time, we're here to make up for our own mistake, to bring justice to the world, and to turn darkness into light. Programmed to fight, to kill, and to destroy. Death shadowed every corner of the city. And now, we have returned. This time, we're here to make up for our own mistake, to bring justice to the world, and to turn darkness into light. Programmed to fight, to kill, and to destroy. Death shadowed every corner of the city. And now, we have returned. This time, we're here to make up for our own mistake, to bring justice to the world, and to turn darkness into light. Programmed to fight, to kill, and to destroy. Death shadowed every corner of the city. And now, we have returned. This time, we're here to make up for our own mistake, to bring justice to the world, and to turn darkness into light.
And welcome back, everybody, to the Free Fire Asia Invitationals Malaysia Qualifier. Whew, it was some really intense game, my friend. Matthew still waving the flag up high.
Of course, man. Proud to be Malaysian.
Exactly, and I'm really happy that we see some epic showdown in our very final round inside Purgatory. But of course, you guys have been waiting long enough to find out what the result is. But of course, there's a lot of things that went behind the scenes as well. I guess we got in a couple of news there.
Yeah, so we gotta explain why we had a long break here, because after some heavy review on that final game, we have confirmation from Garena officials themselves that reviewing, after investigating, looking at all the proof, we have validated in the final round, in the 6th match of the qualifiers, OMR Remy 1 and OMR Remy 3, the confrontation was considered as invalid due to the nature of combat.
Oh yeah, I guess like there's a little bit of a discrepancy that was being spotted out by the officials, and this decision has been made from them.
Yep.
So this actually impacts some sort of
Yep.
points in terms of results.
So,
And
yep. But-
I'm not sure what's going to happen next because we're going to have to tabulate all these scoreboards in that sense.
So just to remind everyone, before we go to the scoreboard, the 4 kills that OMR Remy 1 gotten on OMR Remy 3 will be considered invalid.
Wow.
4 kills. All right. So everything.
4 kills.
So you understand
We're
now? All
talking
good?
about 80 points.
Yeah. So let's go into the final scores and see how that affects onto the final standings. And there you have it. Who's qualifying, dude?
Oh my goodness me. It will be Team Argon representing Malaysia with a total of 782 points, followed by OMR Remy 1 with a total of 728. And this is really close. I mean, if we're talking about pre-negation of those marks,
Yeah, of course.
in that sense, it might just mean that they used to be, getting a little bit of that. But, I mean, it's really sad to see,
So, I mean, we have
2
to
really good teams.
We need to make sure. Unfortunately, only one team can qualify. Of course, both of these teams they definitely deserve to go into Jakarta next week. But only one can go through and one can represent Malaysia. But one more thing we want to remind all the viewers is that all these 6 teams will be playing in a couple of weeks at Quill Sweetie Mall for a spot at the Free Fire World Cup happening in Brazil.
Brazil.
That's really far. But that's indeed, just to remind all our viewers here, official statement coming out from Garena officials after reviewing that final game, that game 6.
Game 6.
Yeah, the 6th game, we have validated that the clash between OMR Remy 1 and OMR Remy 3 is considered invalid due to the nature of combat.
Oh, wow. I mean, there were a lot of fights that went on. It gets really messy, but I guess when it comes down to officials, you can never doubt their decision.
But you know what? No matter what, at the end of the day, we are still sending a very, very strong team over to Jakarta.
That's
Let's
right.
see how they can fare out against the rest of Asia. The Asia Invitationals. Remember, $50,000 US. A lot of money there.
Yeah, that's a whole lot at stake. And of course, I believe that Team Baby Argon will be able to actually make us all proud, and we hope to see them flying our flags up high. And with that being said, this concludes our Free Fire Asia Invitationals Malaysia Qualifiers. And with that being said, my name is Contra. This is Matthew here. We're going to be signing off, and we wish you Selamat Hari Merdeka. Have a good Merdeka weekend.
Programmed to fight, to kill, and to destroy. Death shadowed every corner of the city. And now we have returned. This time, we're here to make up for our own mistake to bring justice to the world and to turn darkness into light.